Okay. So just let me know if you hear me. If you're back in the channel. I know I think there's a delay on my stream, so I did change it on YouTube. Well, I don't know. YouTube's just YouTube, you know. They can't do anything right anyways. Okay, so once you fully complete this 100%, you can move on to the next one. So you got like excavation, or harvest. Excavation, I believe, is for any type of ore, yeah, like mining. So like ore. Also, we have a cemetery, so uh, grave and stuff. I'll tell you about that soon, because that is a whole thing on its own from gear. So you can see there's like ability to harvest minerals from other loads. There's a whole bunch of different things. You can increase damage with you know your excavation stuff, right? Amazing hammers, basic masteries, right? So once you get through this, I don't know if you have to go through each one to get to 100%. I don't know yet. Maybe it's if you just go through this, but I could be wrong. You might have to do all of this in order to complete 100%, which you can see it's a lot. Um, and then you got your next specialization, ores, stone, or grave. Your harvesting, so for your wood and for your animal, right? So animals is like let your all your leathers and other stuff like that, blood. So you can see crafting. So crafters are they're very key in this game. You need them. Your clan's gonna need them. No, 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 it's nothing like Dota. With this one, your crafters are the ones that make all the best of the best, right? So if you want to have the best sword or if you want to have that best armor, you're gonna need a guy that's a crafter. And crafters, um, you also need them when you go to the nodes. So in the nodes, you'll go with your crafters and you'll protect them while you know, they do all the stuff and like that, right? I'm still learning about crafters because a couple guys are going those. Now combat, this is where you PvP, right? So I'm a ranger, so I'm gonna go here and then great ranged. And there's two different rangers ones, so you can get either you go proficiency for weapons, right? You have weapons training. The decay, your weapons do decay over time. Um, I believe it's every death as well. So every death will drop like 10. That might be changed down the line, I don't know. But you can kind of see what they're going for here, right? So once you do this, you go to here. Now I play Ranger. You can play like assassin, play a mage, a tank, a healer, anything you want. What's nice about this is this game, like other MMOs that you might play, they cater to people that have a lot of time on their hands. And it's not fair for us that, we all go to work, so we can only play a certain amount of time. And the guys that can play a lot, yes, it's going to be massive. It's actually right now, I believe a lot of, like upcoming games or, on YouTube, you can watch all the upcoming games. This is one of them that they're really hoping for. That's going to be great. And then now you can see the great range. This is the end of the. See, look. To complete just the movement control defense, it'll take 26 days. 26 days, right? Like that's a long time. Like no, no, no. I'll show you once we get into the game. Yeah, right? Yeah, it was a Kickstarter. It was the guy who made a game called Shadowbane, and then they made this game basically. I think they branched off because they didn't like the direction. I don't know the full story. A couple of my friends I'm pretty close with are the ones that got me into this game. Um, but yeah, you can see like, oh, I want to play as a one-handed melee character. Or I want to play as a two-handed one, right? Two-handed sword. Or and then you can go into specialties for like what type of armor you're wearing. Yeah, these guys like because they're not owned by any, they're not owned by EA, for example. So EA is just like, hey, the game's, my character's bugging out across. Oh, who fucking cares? Just ship the game. Who cares, right? We'll fix it later down the road. Well, you saw what happened with the backlash on all that, right? While these guys, they rather take their time, make sure the game is well finished or close to being well finished, that it's not game breaking, and then they'll bring it out. That's what I like about them, right? And then this is your class. So like you have different classes: Arcane, Divine, Mercenaries, Scout. I play as a rogue, right? So mage. So there's a whole bunch. I'm 25% right now. See, I'm doing this one. Take 3 hours 42 minutes. Then I'll be done this. Okay, so you kind of get the basics here. Now, this is a campaign. So this campaign I'm playing on currently, tomorrow it's ending at 5 p.m. So whatever, I'll show you whatever's in my current account, as in whatever's not in my spirit bank, will be removed. So this is where it comes into play, right? Now the graphics wise, I would say they're not the top of the line, but they're still like they've been improving it over time, so they make it better and better. Right now they're working on adding more classes to the game. Um, so I'll go to the yeah, like even with my 1080, I get 60 FPS. This game's not optimized though. It does drop down to 30 FPS, and you'll notice it when. So the story is like we're called the our characters are called crows, and every single time we die, we come back in as a new person, right? You can watch the YouTube video about that what they made. So you can see here on this side here, this is all the races. So if you want to play as a hamster, you can play as a hamster. If you want to play as a centaur, you can. I don't think they have, no, they don't have the female version, and they only have the male of this right now. And here on this side, you can see all the classes you will eventually be able to play. So you got like Knight, Cleric, Duelist available right now. Um, Centaur, right? So and eventually, I know you will be able to change all the facial features, the skin color, everything. Yeah, you can play as a and hamsters, they have each race has a special ability. So with hamsters, they can dig on the ground, and that makes them great for ambushing because they can actually travel underground. And like one of my buddies, he plays as his hamster, and I think he's gonna name his guy Ankle Biter or something like that. And they're gonna like a whole bunch of my friends. They're all gonna play as these hamster guys. And they're all gonna go underneath the ground and just like all pop up around this one guy and kill him, right? And then disappear again. Um, you got Minotaur, right? So you can play. Oh, I thought they showed. Anyways, Minotaur. You got deers, right? And then these are the ones you're able to play right now. Uh, Stormborn is not in yet. Yeah, female? No, female's not in. Half giant? No, that's not in. High elf? No, high elf's not in yet, but you can see what elf. The male's not in. Female. This is what I'm playing right now. Ranger. Well, I tend to play classes that are better for my play style. So, and I kind of like I've always played archers in games, or I play rogues, like any type of assassins, right? I don't usually play any type of like knights, or I'm not like a mage person at all, so I stay away from them. I mostly play as rangers. Um, Faye, this character here, they're gonna have wings, and they're gonna have special abilities to do with those wings. I can't show you, but you can look on their website, kind of what they look like. Nathari, I don't know really too much about these guys. They're kind of like they kind of look like humans to me. You got humans and half elves, which are humans um, human half elf, or half elf. That's why. So you can kind of see what they're going for these classes. Obviously, you can't. I don't know why this is not showing up. It should be showing up. Let me see. Nice, big ugly giant dude, right? So I'll go wood elf because I have the gear for it right now. Can I change anything? I didn't know if it randomized. No, that's not. So I think the next. Okay, did I did? Oops, did I lose my traits? Yes. Okay, now see now this is your crafting window, right? It's only it's if you go with the cheaper route, it's not expensive. There's reasons why people are spending more money for certain things. I can talk about that later, but I'll just show you the basics right now. So this is all your crafting stuff. Um, Now they have like pre-alpha stuff, so we can craft stuff to make it work, so we can test it out. Um, like here, so I'll show you if you want to make, say I'm going range, right? So I have to make my own arrows too. So we have piercing arrows, right? Slashing and crushing. So depending on what class you're playing as, or what race you're playing as, is what arrowhead you get. This could change later on. I'm not 100% sure as I'm still learning myself. Um, so where's the woodworking? Woodworking. So if I want to make a weapon, right? So this is, it's either this one or this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. So we got hunger shards. So you get these in the game. I don't really know where to get them yet, but be these bow staff limbs, right? So go woodworking components, bow staff limb. It requires 3 planks. Planks are down here, so it requires 3 wood, right? So you make enough planks, and then you'll make your bow, right? And I'll show you. This part's really cool. Depending on what tree you cut down, so you can see there's trees all around, and there's certain trees that are better than others. So here's my spirit bank, right? So when I said when the campaign ends, you put all your stuff in the spirit bank. Now you can see here you have exports you start off at 150, and you have imports at 135, right? So I put in export 64. So what happens is when the campaign's going to end, you want to stick whatever's in your inventory right here in there, and whatever you have in your banks. So there's going to be like 4 banks in the world, I believe, 4 or 5. Anywho, let's just get on with this. Okay, so this gear I stuck in here because if I didn't do this and I left it on my character and the campaign ended, I would lose this. It'd be gone. I would not be able to get it back. So that's why I put in the spirit bank, considering that tomorrow is going to be the next one. But for now, I'll pull this out so I can show you somewhat the PvP aspects of the game. If I can find someone not paying attention, I'll try and kill them. And I'll show you. I turned the sound off because the sound for the music wise is very annoying. Right? So here, up here is your food bar. So you know how your food decays over time. There's a bug with my class right or with my race right now that I don't require food, so that's another reason I'm playing it. But I saved up the food in case it does get fixed tomorrow or whatever. Okay, so when you chop down trees, you see there's knotwood, you have ashwood, you have birch, etc., etc., right? So here ash, spruce gives AP. Ash, I believe, gives either crit chance or crit damage. I know this one gives on life on hit. It'll give you life steal kind of thing. Birch, like I don't know everything about these yet, but you see that there's different colors. So anything that's just gray like this, it's low tier. Once you go to green, it's a little bit better. Blue's better. Then you got like red and then gold color. So gold will be your top tier, but it's very hard to get. Here's all the different types of hides that you have. No, you do not have to pay. The only way like, if you want a subscription, it allows you to have maybe one more character. Right now, you have one character per account. Um, Maybe with the subscription day, I don't know much about the subscription standpoint and what they give you because they could change down the line. But from what we tell, it's not going to be like a huge advantage to, if I have a subscription and you don't. I might get an extra character so I can play. Maybe I want to play a character that PvPs and they'll have a character that does crafting, right? If you're in a guild, you have a crafter or you have a gatherer or whatever. If you just strictly want a PvP, so it's not really unfair for the other players. And then you have like all your stone, right? All the different stones. I don't really use these, I just collect them. I'm still learning on what they do. This is all your ore, so this is what you use for like weapons, for your armors. You same with the wood. And then these are the ones you use to mine. So if you want stone, you use these. If you want leather, you use knives. I don't have a knife to show you, but same thing. Wood, you use the axes, and mining for these. And then this, the shovel, this is what you get these body parts. Now, when I was talking about the body parts before, is my character right now, it's non-modified, right? So if you log in the game, you're gonna have the same as I will have. Now, if you go and pick up these parts from these graveyards, you can see it gives plus 22 Constitution. It'll give you like plus 9 to Dexterity. And these are green, right? So there's different levels. 10 to Strength. So if you start collecting these, and on your next campaign, you make you make your character, now you're gonna have, instead of like 37 dex, you might have 50 dex, right? So your character will be better just on that. So you don't even have to have that great of weapons. Like you could have all this like stacked or whatever, right? So is this my good bow? Yeah. So I mean, it's not great. It's white, but you can see this is because I use different types of um, like ore. I use different types of wood. I use different types of skin. So these are the different types of stats you can get on your weapons and stuff like that, right? So I have like ice damage, slashing damage, and if you mix and match things, if you put like um, a gold ore with a tin ore and something like that, you might get a different type of one of these, right? Tin bar. So I got max stamina, so you get more stamina as this is your stamina. My class uses stamina to shoot, to run. Um, right? So you got like stitched leather elks. They give support power, right? Not no, see now the knotwood, which is these ones here, they're useless. You only use them for making the basic arrows. Um, just when you start the game, you use them to get whatever you need, right? So you kind of get it. understanding on kind of how everything works, right? Now to get these type of things, there's two ways of getting it. I do it the easy way. Either I go and look for the person that's doing it and I kill them and then I take it, or there's little chests at certain spots that are contested. So, the other factions can come and take, have the same, they can get them too. So I usually go run back and forth between these three nodes and I pick up these blue ones if they spawn. It's all randomized, so you might not get it. So I'll go and pick them up. If I see a guy and I think I can kill him, well, I'll go and kill him. Hopefully he has gear on him. PvP? Okay. So the PvP wise, I'll see how much people are online, because right now there's usually about 100. Yeah, so you can see, since I used boar, you see boars down here, it kind of gave me horns on my head. And that's the other thing, each animal, like each stone or each metal gives you specific stats for that thing. So if you get like all um, spruce, I believe it gives you AP. So all your weapon you can do to AP, you can do to let's say if you get the cat leather, it gives you like evasion kind of stuff or dexterity. So you can kind of make your characters the way you want to make it, right? Not like, you know, oh, I don't even have the other stuff. Uh, okay, just give me a second, guys. I need to. So you can see my elf has, or my wood elf has blink. So it's basically you can teleport, right? Each type of ranger, depending on class, gets their own special um, power or whatever. And I also, so C, I think it is here. My ultimate, it gives me lifesteal, 40%. I also have a camouflage, so I can, as long as I stand still, they can't see me. So it's, I'd say it's kind of cheap. Um, some people don't like that, but there's weaknesses and you know, to us, we have lower like health, that sort of, you know how it is. They try to make it fair as much as possible. Um, okay, so I'll show you how. So I need withdraw. Okay, I'll have to wait. Okay, we'll just go and try and kill some boars right now. I just needed that to do the subclasses and stuff. So subclasses you can like a ranger will be your primary class, right? But then you can add subclasses them so you can get like, let's say if you want to be against mages, well, you can have a class that has mage resistance. So they can give you a mage shield where they can't do 1500 attack points against you, right? And once it does that 1500, then they're able to hit you. Now, with my class, they do bleed damage. So I hit them once for it, and then I go again. See, now it has bleed on it, and now I can teleport aside. This, I believe, is a suppression. I missed. This one allows, so if anyone is stealth, I can find them in this area. This is my rapid shot, right? And I can teleport over here, teleport over here. Oh, you get too close. Oh, you're gonna get too close again. Oh, there. So you see it near the right mouse button at the bottom. You see how it's left mouse, right mouse. You see how it's that little blue bar up there. So if I teleport, it uses it up. Now I have to wait for it to regenerate, right? To be able to use again. So I can't use it. It says not enough dodge power, not enough dodge power. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make my subclass. So I usually use Arcane Archer. So I'll put Oh, I gotta wait for this thing. Okay. Arcane Archer. So here it says it can be equipped to Assassins, Champions, Knights. I don't know what that class is by off by heart. And Ranger. This is Elemental Migrations, Range Distance Bonus, Farsight, right? So also what plays into it is your range distance and your farsight. So farsight's how far your character can see. That's very important because you can see what names they are. So let's say you're running, but you see a character running, but you can't tell what side he's on, right? So if you have farsight, you can see them quicker. You can see, oh yeah, that's an enemy. Oh no, that's just my own player. And also like if you're approaching people, you'd be like, oh, I'm not sure if that's my clan or if that's an enemy clan, right? So if you have farsight, oh, you'd be like, oh shit, that's an enemy. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here, right? Yes, there are other players on. So you can see these are the powers granted by having this major discipline. So you get gain barrier with elemental, blinding arrows so I can root someone to the ground so they can't move, increase out of combat movement speed. So these are very key for rangers. And you can build your ranger any way you want to. Like bards, they have like a yes, I understand. Just let me get through this, and I'll show you the gameplay. As long as I hope I can find people. That's the problem. Let's check how many people are online right now. Who? No, spelled that wrong. 81 users. So it might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll give it a go. Your weapon disability, your weapon discipline. So whatever weapon you're playing as, I'm playing as obviously a bow. So I'll equip that. You can see the statistics it gives, right? Field increases armor damage, attack on. It's not really important. You get 3 minor disciplines. So I get Elven Eyes, because that allows me to see further. Farsight plus 25, so I can tell if they're bad or good. I can take it. I get also, where is it? Where is it? Sparring. Increase my basic attacks. So it's considering that I do a lot of basic attacks, they're soft. It's good to have this. And the other one is glass cannon. No, that is just in my campaign. So because this is alpha, um, it sometimes there's like 150, sometimes there's 200. Right now there's 81, and 81. So like I'm in chaos, the faction chaos. So you see up here there's 3 factions. So I'm chaos. So let's see how many people are on chaos faction. So there's 21, right? So you got like an extra 60. So let's say you divide that by 2. So you got 30 to the other 2 sides. So there's actually more enemies on the other side. Hopefully that I can find and kill. And the last one is glass canyon. Okay, major discipline. Those mastery. This, this. See, and this is like all your. Wait, why is that showing for helmet? Yeah, this is all your stats. So because I have leather armor on right now, they have different resistances and stuff. You can, like I said before, when you use the um, different types of leather and stuff from different animals, you get different migrations. So this is the main base that we're in right now. They cannot, any enemies cannot attack this base. They cannot come in because you'll get attacked by the guards and stuff. That might change later down the road. I'm not 100% sure about that right now. But at this moment, they can't come in here and kill the guys. I'd love for that to happen because I'd just wait for these guys that are all farming their main base and you know. Okay, let me just put the skills I need. Camouflage and this one. These are your passive skills, so I use sparring, movement, speed out of combat. And I think it's this one. This I'll have here, this I'll have here. And then we'll just do the same. I think certain passives can go into certain ones. Hey, smoking. How's it going? Yeah, the game's called Crowfall. I don't need that. This. Where's the slow? I have slow, slow, slow. This one. Suppression. No, barrage is useless. Launch explosive trap. Okay. I think I'm good for now. So these are the deposits. You got cobblestone, slag, right? So those are your basic materials that you'll use for just a beginner. Like when you just start off, you'll use these. This will craft you the basic equipment. You got your basic trees right here, right? Not woods. So over here, this is I believe this is slate. Again, I could be wrong because I don't really, yeah, slate. So see rank 3, and then this will be rank 3 as well. And then certain areas will have rank 10. And so rank 3 is depending on like even what type of mining axe you have, what type of you know, when you looked at the skills before I showed you, for the other guys that are just tuning in, you didn't see the skill trees yet. How the skill trees work is if I play all day and you're off, let's say you take a week off, right? You gotta go somewhere. Well, you'll still build time as if you were still playing. So you use, so like one skill will say, you know, increase damage on your character. So it'll take 4 days or 2 days, or it can take 26 days to complete that, right? But even if you're offline, you'll still get that. Even if I played all day, it makes no difference. So it makes it more fair, right? Like, how's it fair if I get to play all day and get all this good loot and you know, you only get to play 4 hours a day, dude, because you have, you know, work and stuff, right? That's not fair. Like, it's not fun. So they made it so it's fair for both people. If you want to play all day, you can play all day. Okay, so the place I'm going to now is up here. So that is the wood lodges, right up here somewhere. So you have your knives or your axes. I think I have axes on. Why am I so? Anyways, you have axes on. We have a melee skill and we have range skill. Mining outposts. I'm near it. Okay, so you see there's gold right there. We have copper nodes, gold nodes, tin, you name it. And so when I was talking about earlier with one of the other guys that he was looking into this, um, how the game works is you'll have crafters and all they do is farm this and they make weapons for your or armor for your clan, right? So this is copper and there's gold. So you need to protect, as a clan, you need to protect these certain people that farm these, right? Because this is rank 7. Like I can't go and do that right now because I don't have the equipment to do it. So if I'm playing as a PvPer, I'm going to protect those people so that they can make me the you know, my gear. So these big chests here, these, so you can, there's strongholds in this game. You can attack them, you can break down the fort and everything, and you need these to replenish them. So if I take over the fort with our faction, and there's another faction that used to have that fort before, and I broke down the wall, well, I come here and I grab the materials to get it. So these big boxes give them. These small boxes have a chance of getting loot for yourself. So these can give you a chance. I thought I heard someone. Um, to give you a chance of getting blue and like green. So this is the apples. This gives you for, you know, there's a food decay on this thing. So you need to feed yourself. These gravestones, sometimes you can see if this is where someone died before. Sometimes you can, if no one came to loot them, hopefully there's loot in them, you can take it. Okay, so this has already been taken out. But in these chests here, you can get blue items, green items, I think any type of color item, if you're lucky. Yeah, that was a blue guy. That was my guy. So right now I have the music off. How many people can play with you? Well, from my understanding, it's going to be a lot. Like you can have over 1,000 people in a server, right? Or even more than that. So you can imagine all like they're going to have to make these lands probably pretty much a lot bigger. But imagine having like 1,000 versus 1,000 versus 1,000, right? It's going to be freaking nuts. And right now the FPS is not the greatest because it's not really optimized that well considering it's alpha. For an alpha right now, it's pretty damn good. Um, much better than some of the other alphas that have come out over the time. And you can own your own land. So you can have your own kingdom that you can go in and you can invite your friends into, and they can, you know, do whatever in there. So the next place I'm going to is called the Quarry. See right there, that's a stronghold. And if I get close enough, I might be able to tell if it's ours, and if it is, then I can go inside and show you. If it's not, I can't because I'll get attacked by the guards, and they hit pretty good. Yeah, see? So that yellow, that's not mine. Yellow is the nature or whatever it is. I say praise the sun. If any of you guys are Dark Souls fans. See, another tombstone. See, this is the guy that died. He had no gear in him, unfortunately. So with this, let's say I absolutely hate farming. I absolutely hate cutting down trees. I'd rather be PvPing all day. Well, guess what? You know, you just go around like this, like I'm doing. You stay on a console. You go to the places that you know that people go to. So those gold places, those silver, the tin. You know, people cutting down spruce trees, and you go around and you say, "Oh, look at this guy. He's farming this for me. Isn't this great?" Well, you know what? He hasn't seen me, so let's sneak up on him. Oh, still hasn't noticed me. Oh, I killed him. Oh, guess what? You got everything in his inventory here. Anything that's in here, you can take it. But you can't take this. So don't think that, you know, because I think a lot of people would be pissed off if that was the case. I mean, people do get pretty salty when you just come by and you kill them while they're cutting down trees for the last half an hour. But it's part of the game, you know. See, I'd rather come and take other people's stuff and instead of doing it myself. It's more fun, you know, PvPing in that sort of sense. So a lot of people, when they do go out, like what I'm doing now, they don't have a ton of stuff in their inventory. They just have enough that they can grab whatever they kill. And one of the other guys I usually play with, see this from this chest, I just got this blue piece of slate. So this is why sometimes it's better. I don't know where the people are. Like if I had a map, I'd go straight to them and kill them. But you kind of have to like This is why I found about this particular game as of right now. It's very hard to stream if you're looking for, action. Because sometimes, I walk around for 10 minutes, I don't see anyone. And then sometimes in those, the next 10 minutes, it's just like so much PvP, and then it's a lot of action. So usually that's why I play with a friend and I just run around, look at certain nodes and figure out, oh, maybe there's someone here, right? There needs to be a bigger, at this moment, there needs to be more people on for me to go around and like show a lot of people. Yes, it's an early access. Um, it's an alpha. It's expected to, I'd say, to come out at the end of this year. I'm hoping it's going in the right direction. Um, but I played Black Desert Online. I played Lineage 2. What else? What other games did I play? I already said that one. Arcade. Arcade was a lot of fun. Um, I've been around for a lot of MMOs. I tried World of Warcraft, but couldn't really get into it. Is that a guy there? No, that's just a fire. So there's another stronghold. Dark Age. Yes, it's very similar. So if you like Dark Age, yes, you can build bases. I know that we can build our own our own clan can build a base. And I believe what some guy was telling me was, let's say I make a kingdom, right? So what happens, because I bought this in early, I get certain land and stuff. So if I build a kingdom, I can invite an enemy guild into the same kingdom and we can have a huge friggin' fight. Yeah, and this is actually came off of Shadowbane. So the guys that made Shadowbane have made this. And the guys that were like the head leads on that, they left Shadowbane and they made this one. So hopefully that, because I've been talking to you, I have not missed anyone, because it's fairly easy to do. Usually, because right now I'm playing on all settings on low. So the reason, there's a guy. You see the guy right there? He doesn't even notice me. Okay, so the reasons why I'm playing on low right now is because it makes all this land like look barren. So it's a lot easier to see if someone's, see, he's right there. Okay, let's see. I'll try and get closer. Yeah, see, he's the enemy. Let's try and hide behind the rock so he doesn't see. He's fairly close to town, so I might have a problem. Okay, let's. Hey, what's up, man? So I dizzied him. Now he knows I'm here. He's gonna try and run. I knocked him down. Let's root him. So now he can't get up. Let's now suppress him. And let's put a bomb in front of him. So if he tries to run away, we'll do this again. Oh, he ran the wrong way. Okay. Oh, he's gonna try and go. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't go there. Oh, nah. He got away. Bastard. Fucker. See, that's why he was close to spawn, because he knew if I got close enough, I would kill him. Okay, so he probably shit his pants. Hopefully he's wearing brown pants so he doesn't notice, or no one else notices. But you can see, like, I snuck up on that guy, and if I would have been able to just get that last, like, 5%, I would have had whatever he just did. And he would have probably been pretty pissed off with me. So you can see, like, you do get a, like, kind of an adrenaline rush, because you're like, I want to fucking kill this guy, because I want to take his gear. What was that? So that's why I play with no music on, because I can hear people if they move around and stuff, or if you hear them hitting them on the, the metal, or if you hear them chopping down wood, you can hear them. And you can, oh, and this is actual situational, um, sound. So if there's a guy mining to your right, you'll hear him. If you hear a fight going on in front of you, you'll hear it and it'll be in front of you. So that's a really cool feature they added into the game, which actually benefits me because then I can tell, oh, look, this person's farming out here. And what's nice about this too is in this particular campaign I'm playing in, they think, oh, no one's gonna come to the back of our base. So I'm just gonna like I caught one guy out here and he had so much items on him and he was so angry because he spent the last you know friggin' probably an hour farming. He's like, man, no one ever comes out here. I'm like, well, you just gotta check. You might find someone. And then the thing is now trying to get those items back to your stronghold or to your base without getting killed. That's the hard part because there might be someone waiting for you. So if you guys like what you're seeing right now and you want to see more of this, um, I haven't streamed this. The only reason I started streaming this was because the guy was asking me about it today. But if you'd like to see more of me playing this, and you can, later down the road, you can follow me. Um, for the guys that are on, if they're on YouTube, uh, in my description you can see my Twitch channel. It just help me out, and that way I can. There's not too many people streaming this right now, anyway, so I'm pretty much. If you guys want to see more of this, I'm your guy, right? So, but if you like, if this if this looks like what you want to play, I highly advise, either waiting a little bit if you don't want to, you want to see later on how everything is going. But if you're pretty much, oh yeah, this is what I want to play. I want to sneak up on people harvesting wood and stuff and kill them and take their stuff and watch them get all angry at me and be like, hey man, give that back. Then this is the game for you. So with the campaigns, since this was ending tomorrow, there can be another campaign, like once this game launches, that can be completely different. This could be all snow covered, right? Now it becomes difficult. No, now I need to find food, right? Food might not drop as easily, right? So you could actually die by running out of food. So it basically becomes, if you're a hoarder of food, you'll last the longest. Um, so paying for the game right now, because you would be a, how would I put it? Like you would be helping them out. They'll give you stuff. Yes, I was debating at first, um, more in the sense that I didn't really want to burn myself out, but on the other hand, I wanted to get in early in case, like, let's say this goes perfect, right? Let's say this game goes perfect and it's everything that you wanted. Well, then it'd be beneficial that you would learn basically how to start off right away. You know where to go. You'd know everything, right? So it'd put you in an advantage over the people just starting out. And the other reason is you get stuff. Um, I can show you my other kingdom later. Um, so you'll get like your own house. There's certain things you can farm in there without worrying people attacking you. Um, there's other things like that. Well, another player wouldn't get that if they were to buy right at release. They might offer it, but it might be expensive. I don't know what their decision is. That's why I bought in early. And let's say, I spent $70 on this game. Um, all my friends play, all my clan, they also play, or they're waiting for, they come on once in a while just to see how everything's going. There's one guy I play with right now. He's pretty constant every day playing. Um, but spend 70, $50 or $70 now. And I believe later on you can upgrade that to a higher package. Just double check uh, if you can, because I'm just thinking that you can. I'm pretty sure you can, but I could be wrong. But that's why I'm saying, oh, just if you get the 51, let's say 6 months later, it's really good. They say, oh yeah, we're going beta testing. Beta testing's supposed to be huge. Like they're gonna offer free beta tests for everyone to try it. So if you get like 3,000 people playing, well, that's friggin' awesome. You're gonna have a lot of people to take their stuff from. Yes. So yes, you can get in right away. You could actually start off if you bought today, download the game. You could be playing with me right now. So I always there's three nodes I usually come to. This one, the mining, and the lodging. So you can see that's why I get same for EU. Yes, I believe so. But just double check, right? Just double check because I don't want to say yes it is and then you guys purchase the game and then find out you can't. Just double check. Um, but if it is, then you guys can yes, there's three different factions. There's chaos. There's so I'm the chaos on the very left. The middle one is the nature one, or I say, yeah, it's believe nature. And the very right one I see is praise the sun. I don't know what that faction's called, but that's what I just call it because it looks like praise the sun. Um, so I'm playing on chaos right now. Usually in these campaigns, usually there was more chaos than anyone else. But like my buddy has two accounts, so he has one on chaos and he has one on I think he has on the praise the sun side because he says, oh, there wasn't much people like there was always a lot of chaos playing, right? Usually they're always outside, so they're a lot more easier to. Every day it's different. Like one day I'll come in and it's the other like there's so many of the other side and then I'm struggling to try and fight them. And then today it could be oh chaos, there's a lot of chaos guys on. So there's no one really dominating. Um Now once it goes live that would be different, right? Once you go live, it could be chaos dominating and then let's say and this is the nice thing, each campaign you can choose a different side. So you can change a different faction. And with campaigns is this is all randomized. So you don't really know where all the best, like, see these trees here? These are the more the high tier ones. This is gives you like the better, like this is oak. So this will give you like, let's say, P attack on your weapons. This is you. It gives you life steal on your weapons, right? So these ones here, these are around these nodes. I call them nodes, but these sites, right? So this is where you can repair your strongholds with. This is where I come to get blue items and green items, hopefully for see I got blue oak wood here. So I just come here. There's someone here. I heard it sounded like one of those freaking hamsters. I heard him jump. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's this big blundering? Oh, that's our guy. See, I heard someone, and I knew it was from this side somewhere, or maybe a little bit over here. So that's a minotaur, I think. So I'll come back to take these chests. So these give you the so currently the races they are I'll go back and I can like how for the guys that are just started watching because I know now we have up to 12 now. If you want, please put in what you want to see. Like if you want to see the starting zone, what classes, what skills, I can do that. I can go through them with you. I but it's up to you guys. Or at the end, you can just rewatch the stream from the beginning, where I showed them kind of the. So there's iron nodes. There's actual nodes. So if you see here, where is it? This is the. I gotta go to the mining one. So around this map, there's different types of nodes. There's iron. There's gold. There's iron's over there somewhere. There's one over there. That I usually sneak up on. But there's iron. There's gold. There's tin. You name it, right? And then there's certain like there's certain places that you go to that will give you that. Hey, Machinable. No, beta hasn't even started yet. Yes, the game is stable. Um, right now it's in alpha, but if you buy the package today, you can play already. Like you can go into the alpha. Just remember it's an alpha. So, but the game is stable. Like I'm running around. I don't desync. I don't lag. My FPS isn't the greatest, even though I have a 1080. But that's optimization, right? They constantly work. They're constantly updating the game. I think the next class they're bringing out is assassins for us to try. Um, okay, so the correct general. It's still testing, and you won't have your character when it goes live. The population alpha can. Okay, so I'll show you from my side. It's 32 users on currently, right? On the global side, it's probably close to. It's 80 right now. Yes, optimization will happen. So see, this is copper. So this will give you crit chance for your weapons, right? So when you have crafters in your clan, you want to have these guys come here and get this, and then so this is the whole, right now, there's no one here, right? So I could spend, if I had a couple guys here, I could spend all day doing this. Now, once it goes live, if you got guilds where like hundreds of people are in it, this is going to be a huge contestant zone. There's going to be people want to come in here from different clans. So it's going to be a huge PvP fight, and you're going to try and protect your crafters and stuff, and your guys that are harvesting stuff as much as possible, because you want to get this out to be able to give your guys the gear, right? Here's the gold. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Tapeworm. I appreciate it. So you can see this he's farming over here. You can, if you have headphones on, you can hear it's coming from the left ear. Right? So this is one of the mining nodes. This is why I come here, because I don't have that level 7 to farm those nodes. See, like I think this is tin here. But I come to here and I look at these chests, and this is where they have the silver. See, this is silver. Silver gives something. I don't know. If you look online, you can see what each um like what iron or what tin or what they give you. You can mix. You can put like tin and something other together, and you'll get a special property. Thank you, Frantic. I appreciate it, man. So I don't only play Crowfall. I play Battlefield. I play Squad. Um, I have Escape of Tarkov. I haven't really done too much of that yet because I'm still learning the game, and I don't really want to stream stuff while I'm constantly dying. We're all kind of like winners in heart, so we kind of want to show that we do well. Optimization in this game, they constantly optimize it. Like they constantly, um, like before they overhauled the graphics, right? So before it was even more plain Jane. Now they overhauled it, and they'll probably overhaul it again. Oh yeah, so here, right? So I got green iron ore, right? I got some tin. This is like just base level. Same with the slag. This is base level. But these blue ones are higher than green, and then you'll have red and like gold color. See, and here's the boar hide that gives AP. And even certain types of hides and stuff that you get. So if you get one from cats, you'll look different, right? Your equipment will look different. Like mine is a boar, so you can see I have like tusks sticking out of my head for my leather helmet. Welcome back, man. And these tombstones are where people died. So I'll just run back to my sometimes you can if they've been recent, you can look inside, see if there's anything, and usually they're empty. But you can imagine the scale, like if you have your clan and you want that copper ore, if you want that gold or silver, that's going to be contested. And then you're going to have another clan come in and be like, hey man, I'm from this faction, I want that, and then they'll fight. So that red floating thing is like certain classes have, when they die on death, they drop that thing, and then like if you run into it, it'll take damage off you. Wait, where am I going? I think I ran the wrong way. Oh, I know why. Because I'm not at the I'm at the mining place. Usually I go to the wood and go back. That's all right. So you see there's Hellcats here. So these ones they give the evasion for your leather. Yeah, man. Sometimes like when I first started playing, I was so lost and I just kept running everywhere, right? And I didn't realize like sometimes I didn't realize I'd run right into the you know. I'm like, oh, is this my fort? And then I'd run right into it and I end up killing myself because it'd be like the enemy's fort and they'd all come out and see me. And like and then I didn't and the first time I played I didn't realize that whatever was in my inventory, like down here, I'd lose if I got killed. So I was like I was farming this tree, like these trees and these rocks and this slag, right? And I've been out here maybe like half an hour and I'm chopping. I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is pretty fun, right? And then this ranger like came up behind me and killed me and took all my stuff. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't even realize this whole time that I could lose my stuff. I think this is no, this is our stronghold. Yeah, looks like it because that's the wood lodge there. So right now you can kind of teleport through here. I don't know if they'll fix that. I don't. Only I can. No, anyone can do that. But here, so this is the bank. So there's 4 strongholds, right? So what usually happens is because you want to go out and kill again, right? You just killed a whole bunch of people. You got their stuff. Now you want to go out instead of running all the way back to your base for some reason. Yeah, there you go. For some reason, like so you want to go back out and you know get right back into it to take stuff. So you come to these things. Now, when you put them in here, I don't think you can. Yeah, you can take them out, but you can only take them out here. Like you can only put in and take out from here. When you go back to the main base, you can only take out from this. So usually what I'll do is I'll go kill people, come back here, put all the stuff in, go back out, kill until that's full. Then I'll go back to the main base and pull all that stuff out, put it in whatever, organize it, and then come back out here and do the same. And there's four strongholds. So if you're this one might not be owned by you today. Tomorrow it could be owned by the Praise the Sun faction. So each faction can fight for these strongholds and take them. And if you don't have strongholds, well, it's a lot harder to put your stuff in the bank if they have it. So clans and stuff, they'll fight over, like the factions will fight over them. Yeah. And then you know how like you can break these walls down, right? And then to rebuild them when you go back to these places here where I just was, they have these big treasure boxes. You pick out the big stacks of wood. You bring it back, rebuild. Sometimes they need wood, stone, and the ore. See if you go here, here's the wood, timber. That's what's required to, and that takes up like quite a bit of inventory space, right? Yeah, I can show them how to. I have slag on me, so I think I can make some. So also, when you play this, you want very good situational awareness, because people that can like camouflage up there on those hills, these hills here, and when you're not paying attention, they can come and kill you. So I'll show you how to quickly make an axe. So I'll go camouflage. Camouflage. So if as long as I stand still, they can't see me, right? Okay, so this is your crafting thing. Basic tools. Okay, I need wood. Okay, let's just use these. I don't really care. Let's do axe. So this is your basics. So those knot trees you saw earlier at the beginning, you'd use those instead of these blue ones, but I'm just showing you for example, right? So you take this, right? Equip it. After you close this, equip it, right? So have the axe. And you can have like for these disciplines here, you can have certain ones that are for trees, so you get more stuff from them. You can get ones that give a weakness to the tree, so you do more damage to it. Even see when I hit this one, you see I got one little blue ball. So when you push that, that gives a special buff. You can see on the top right. So now I got 5. This gives a big damage, 184 crit, and then this is how you get wood. So now my stamina is low. I gotta wait for stamina. Probably because I'm in. Yeah, that's why. Because I was in stealth. So 1, 2, 3. 3 will recharge my stamina. So if I push 1 right now, it'll start recharging. Right? I'll go to this street, not wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use that skill. It does a lot more damage. And I believe if you collect like this, it gives a critical. Let's make sure there's no one here. Okay, we'll go to this one. Push 5. You can see more damage. 3. My stamina is low. Recharge. You can do it again. Oh, 4. I don't know what 4 does yet, but it gives a buff. I don't know if I can read that. Oh. Anywho, you kind of get the gist of it. How to do that sort of stuff. So I don't personally like running around and knocking down trees and stuff. I rather go kill people and take the trees that they just harvested. That's more fun. But if you like doing that, you know, you can go do that. Let's see if I can go find more people. Did someone die over there? No. So usually you find people harvesting these. I know there's not, I'd like to be, if there was more people on, it'd be more entertaining for you guys. You can at least see more PvP, the PvP wise, but let's say if we can't find any PvP, what would you guys like to see? Is there anything that you'd like to look at? Maybe the crafting side. I can go through the crafting bars. I can show you the skill. I can show you the kingdoms. Like if you're in a guild, your guild will have its own kingdom. So you can go into their kingdom and they'll have like crafting benches and stuff like that. I can show you the type of races is available right now, what type of characters you can play. Yes, mounts are coming out. There's going to be, Maya, what was that? Was it like floating beetle or something? Or a horse? There's one that's a horse. So the horse offers probably movement. So one of the packages you can get the horse. I believe there's like another mount that you can get that offers like so inventory space, which is big. So if you do like if you're the type of person that um, is doing like this sort of stuff, like you're harvesting, then you'll probably want to mount so you can be out there for longer as long as you have like a clan to back you up. There's a pig. There's a warhorse. That's probably for more for PvP. But on what those really give, and which horse? Quarter horse? Let's see if I can find anyone. Like right, because there's only 80 people on right now, and there's like you know 30 on my side. I haven't done it in a while, but let's check global 85. Let's check chaos side 25. So there's actually more people than I thought, but usually it goes up to 100. Uh, this is the map size. So the map's very basic, to be honest, right now. But this is the edge right now, right here. These are the edges. So this doesn't, I think this is how as big it can get. There might be bigger versions later down the road, but right now this is what's offered to us. And this, each campaign, it could be completely different. You can go into snow, it could be lava, it could be like different environments. So you could play like one that's maybe more trees. It's like a rainforest, or it could be like Mordor where it's just like ash and there's a couple trees, right? And then you're fighting for the strongholds to maintain them, right? And then you can upgrade the strongholds instead of, oh, maybe instead of wood, you can have stone, right? So it lasts longer, so it's harder for them to get through. And I think there's like really big, like a big cat. There's a castle per each faction as well. I think there's one over here somewhere. But I think it's out here, but I don't really want to run all the way over there and find out it's not there. So that's one of the faction's main bases. So maybe we might catch someone off guard today, like we did before when he was harvesting all that stone and then ran to the. Any other questions, guys? The other guys are still watching? I'll try to answer them best I can. Oh, my stream, I think my stream deck's not working. For any of the guys that are watching, if you'd like to see more, like I just started streaming this today, just because one of the guys I was playing with before is just asking about Crowfall, and I didn't usually stream this because trying to find people to fight against can be rather difficult, right? So usually I can only show you guys the basics, kind of show you what's going on. Well, most people, you'd like to see, the PvP because most people like PvP. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, you're gonna fight me, huh? Hey, man, you might win. Nice. Uh, if you want to fight me, go on the opposite faction of chaos. Just so, unless unless you join on chaos today, and tomorrow when it resets, then you can come in on the opposite and we can fight each other. You can be like the guy that kills a streamer. Yeah. Sometimes, like other nights, me and my buddy, we go out and we find a lot of people. Like, we kill like at least maybe 15, 20 people within an hour. It's 9 o'clock here, so I might be on for another hour, maybe an hour and a half at the latest. I gotta wake up for 4:30 tomorrow to go to work. But I get off at 3 and I usually home by 4, so I usually start streaming by 4:30. So where are you guys all from? Okay, also, if you're gonna make a name for your login or your account, make sure it's a name that you want your character to be. Currently, so if right now mine's Bluehound, even though my stream name's Death Adders. I usually always played out Death Adders, but they will change that later on. But at this moment, just make it the name you want it to be. See, I think that's a guy up there. Yeah, that's a guy. Look, he doesn't even notice. See, he thinks I'm out. No one's out here, and he's screwed because he can't get away from me. He's gonna try. Let's do 3. Give me perception. Oh, he might be a ranger, so he might be lucky. Oh yeah. Oh, he still doesn't. Oh yeah, he's screwed. Where are you going? Oh, you're rooted, buddy. You can't get away. And it's funny when they look at you. They know they're fucked, and they have this like look in their eyes, like you bastard, man. Like now he just knows. He just knows. He knows he's fucked. Okay, let's push H. Loot. Oh yeah, look. So this guy, he hasn't been farming long, but I'll take everything he has, just 'cause I'll just leave him. I'll leave him in his mining pick. Cousin it. So you're gonna be like that the big fur ball that walks everywhere? Cousin it. You saw this guy's probably pissed off because he's like, no one's gonna come out here and kill me. I'm just here on my own. And you can tell when they know that they're screwed. Like they just stand there and they just take it. Yeah, you can be a guinea pig. And with the guinea pigs, I call them hamsters, is they can dig underground and they can actually move underground. And I can't like only if you're on the same faction you can see them, but like I can't see like if you're moving. So you could have like a whole bunch of swarm of hamsters, and I could be like running like da 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 da. I'm just gonna go kill people, and then you can just all of a sudden spawn, all get up around me and just gank me, and then you can just say, oh, you just got creamed by the hamster fucking clan, and there's nothing I can do about it, right? Luckily, if I can get away with my teleports like this, you probably won't be able to catch me. But I know some people are pissed off because we can gain such a distance in a short time. So they said they're gonna the first two will be like right away, and then for that recharge, it's gonna take 10 seconds instead of 5. Yeah, one of my buddies, they're all gonna be hamsters from our clan. They're gonna I don't know how many they're gonna be, but when I told this, like they're gonna have like a swarm of hamsters. I said you might as well be called rats or something. I said I'll play a fiddle and you guys can all follow me. So where are you guys all from? You guys from the US? You guys from Canada? From Europe? Same here. Whereabouts in Canada? Ooh, Sasquatch. I didn't know you're in here. You're just quiet. You didn't even say anything. I live in Ontario. Montreal. Nice, man. I live in Brampton, Ontario. Hey, man. How long ago did you just join? Nice. Oh, okay. 1 to 2 minutes or okay. Oh, okay, so you're do you know anything about the game or you're just, you just saw it and want to see what it's about or have you been looking into it? No, so you know nothing. Okay. So basically there's I believe 10 races right now. And or if you want, you can I don't think you can rewatch the stream. I think I have to end the stream for him to rewatch it. Because at the beginning I showed okay. Yeah, I have it streaming on YouTube as well. But right now there's 10. I think there's 10. I'm gonna say 10. It could be more or it could be less. There's 10 races. In each race, they have a male-female version, and you can pick any. From my understanding, once this goes live, they're not going to limit you on what class you can play. So you can, if you want to play a ranger for a giant, you can play a ranger for a giant, right? 'Cause people are kind of pissed, like we're kind of giving them backlash that they wanted to play. If they wanted to play as an elf, they wanted to be a ranger. That it shouldn't just be particular to one type of class. And they're like, you know what? That's a good idea. We're gonna change it. We're gonna make it so that we can play any type of class on any race. And there's a male-female version, and eventually you'll be able to change the appearance of them. Um, I can't show you what they all look like. There's only a couple, or maybe 5 or 6 races I can show. If you go on the website, you can see. No, so you will have to pay for the game. Currently, if you want to get in, so right now it's an alpha. The game is set to launch probably by the end of this year. It could be extended. We don't know for sure. It could be sooner than that, but the beta is supposed to come out soon. Yes. Now this is the reason. If this game interests you and you like the direction that they're going, if you were to wait till live, then you wouldn't get the knowledge, right? Because if you're going there to PvP, you want to know what you should have, what materials you should farm, what class you want to play. Like there's no like you already would know what you want to do. So that's the reason why I say yes, it's worth it. If this is the game that you really want to play, right? If you're looking for it, because like $40, you're gonna get your $40 worth, um, anyways, right? I mean, I have a full-time job, so $40 to me is like 2 hours worth of, less than Like, you know what I mean? Like a couple hours work. But the campaigns, they're going to be right now. So the campaign, okay, grinding wise, grinding is like if you have played Black Desert Online, this is nothing like Black Desert Online literally wants to kill you in grinding. Like I played it. I like the PvP concept, but it was just too much grinding. I couldn't handle it, man. Especially if like you have a full-time job, you can't keep up with the guys that are doing it like 12 hours straight. You can't. So, and this one's different. It's with so I'll start off from the beginning. A campaign lasts, let's say, a month. And at the end of that month, here's your spirit bank, right? So in this bank, you have at 150, you'll start off with 150 imports and 150 exports. So what that means is at the end of this campaign, any of this equipment, you stick in there. Any of it's in here, you stick in there. Because if you don't and this campaign ends, you lose all this, right? You don't want to lose that, especially if it's good equipment. I have somewhat basic equipment, it's nothing special or anything, but that's what the campaign is. So there's 3 factions in this campaign. You can pick in between anyone. So if you're in a guild, you go with whatever your guild's in. Um, and the goal is for one particular faction to win the whole campaign. Okay, so if you die, you only lose whatever's in your inventory. So if I died now, I'd lose this, right? No big deal. Usually if I PvP, I constantly go back to the strongholds or to my main base to drop the loot off. Because I don't want to lose, like especially if if there's a guy that's been farming all day or like for a couple hours and you kill him and he's not paying attention, then um then you want to go back, right? But your equipment wise, you won't lose. You won't lose this. Like I've died and I've died like 30 or 40 times and I've never lost any of this. I've only lost this. Now, you it all items have decay on it. So is nothing is permanent, right? So this has a decay. So every time, I believe every time you die, you lose 10 points, or it could be less than that. But your stuff does decay. Which ones? These ones here, or these, or these ones up here? Because what these are is these are the resources to make the weapons, your armor. Okay, so the blue, so we have like grades. Yeah, okay, so if I go and chop down this tree, for example, because I don't have the greatest chopping abilities in this game, I'll only get white stuff, right? Now, some people will be able to get green stuff, some people get blue stuff, and so on and so on. So it goes all the way up to gold. So there's like green, blue, red, and then gold. Gold's being the highest. So when you chop down these trees, I'll only get maybe the white stuff. I might get a green or maybe, but mostly I get white, right? So we'll have certain people that will do this. That's why I said crafters and explorers are um, they're required in the game. So you need them to build you the equipment that you need. So that's why being in a guild and a guild that you trust too is very important because those areas with the gold and tin, these like let's say for example this is a gold node, these will be very sought after once it goes live, right? So if you have like 100-person guild from our like, from chaos going and they need this, oh yeah, you can craft, yeah. So if you have a 100-person guild going for this particular, if it's gold here, and your clan needs gold, well, you're gonna fight for this. You're gonna protect those crafters. You're gonna protect those guys that are farming this, and you're gonna be PvPing any of the other factions that are trying to kill you, right? And maybe those, the guys that don't know that, they're not supposed to have gear on, like whatever's in their inventory, um, realize, oh, I didn't know I didn't have to have, I shouldn't have stuff in my inventory, so you might get stuff from them too, and you get, a plus. Now, I've just been running. I think the main base is over here. Yeah, so there is mobs. They're kind of they're kind of stupid. They don't really, they're not like hard to kill or anything. Um, Certain mobs, they give certain, like the skins they give off them, they give certain stats to the mats. So if, let's say you're building, you want to go like all evasion, or you want to go like all crit. Let's say for example, I'm making a bow and I want to make it full AP. Well, then I'll only harvest one certain material that goes full AP. So if I go for AP, I'll go for a spruce tree or it's an oak tree, one of those two. I'll go for those ones and I'll strictly chop those ones down. And then this also requires metal to make this bow. So then I'll go for the type of metal that gives only AP, right? So you can build your character. For example, from my bow here, look at all the different statistics I have on this bow because I use different types of materials, right? Crit chance. Crit chance, I believe, is ash. Lifesteal bonus. That's you, right? So you can see that you can kind of make your characters the way you want it to. So not everyone has the same, like, that's why I find with MMOs is, like, especially Black Desert, everyone has the same gear, right? Everyone plays the class the same way. All it is who has the highest, enchanted weapon. That's not fair. Maybe I want to play my class a different way. Maybe I want to play my ranger more tanky, right? Yeah, there's just whatever you see on the skills. So you got like your melee. I don't know why I'm so close, but it is. So you got your melee, right? So you only have up to 8 bars. Then you got your ranger one, and then you got H. H is your survival trait. So this is um like for more when you're going for wood and stuff like that, right? But this is what I like about this game. If you ever played Diablo, like Diablo, I think 3, they changed where the items are like it's randomized, like what you can get. It's kind of similar. Like you can build your characters the way you want it to. Um, there's no dungeons currently at the moment. Like all there is right now is it's just basic, right? It's just basic. Eventually they're gonna add more and more to it. Um, But right now, they've been working on classes, like they're trying to get the classes out that you can kind of play all of them. They've been updating let's see if I put it full graphics. So I have it on basic. Let's go very high. Let's go full everything. And it's on. I don't like motion blur, but let's see. You can kind of see the game's a lot more detailed now. Now you see my FPS took a huge hit. Yeah, they said they're expecting by the end of this year. It could be sooner. You never know. Like better could go good. Like they could have no, problems. Um, maybe because a lot of people start playing, they like start giving good ideas. Like, oh, what if you guys did it this way? Like they do listen to the community. They're not like other companies that say, oh yeah, well we'll listen to you, and then they don't do anything about it, right? These guys they actually do stuff. But you can see like the graphics because I turned it up, right? Now you can see my FPS dropped to 24, even with a 1080. So it's not optimized as of yet, but you can see like once they start optimizing and they can like let's say they can extend the view distance for all this grass, then yeah, it looks fairly good for a game that's an alpha. Uh, uh, Especially for one that like you don't get like I found with Black Desert, the graphics were amazing, but you need like a freaking beastie computer to run it. Like I haven't played Black Desert in a while, but and then I found because there's so much graphics going on, there's so much like glitter and stuff that actually lags and you can't tell who the hell you're fighting against because all you see is all this glitter going on your screen. You're like, man, I'm just trying to kill someone. Like I can't tell where this guy is or where that guy is not, right? So that's why I like this better because it kind of simplifies everything. I can tell, oh yes, that's a guy. Oh yeah, that's a guy. There's not all this like glitter going on the screen and you're getting pretty much blinded. I had the 390X before, and once it got over like like big clan fights, I couldn't run it at full. Okay, so this is the main base, right? So you can see this is one of the giant dudes. He's not the he's kind of goofy looking, but you'll be able to change his appearance and everything, his haircut, all that sort of skin color, probably even his height and his like weight and stuff. And then this is the wood elf. So she's playing as a druid, and I'm playing as the archer. Same wood elf. Okay, I don't I want to make sure I don't lose my stuff. So let me just put it in the chest. Um, See like local bank, right? No, I do not want to. Let's see if I can just here. Let's put it all off. Let's put it in my bank. Yeah, there we go. Do not want to lose that stuff, right? Okay, so this is your main bank, right? And then over here, you remember how I was at those strongholds? So over here is the chest. So you see there's 5 strongholds. Instead of I said 4, but there's 5, right? So you can see at one stronghold, I killed someone, I got these. So I have this sitting there. Remember that guy I killed? Well, this is all the stuff I got off him. I can take this out in my inventory, right? This is the bank. Okay, so this is the bank of the main base, and there's 2 others. So yeah, there's 4 strongholds, right? But that's why I said having strongholds is very important, especially if you're PvP and trying to take people's gear, because it allows you to go quickly there, drop it off, and then go back. But we'll go. So this, when you come into the game, you'll go here. You'll go hold F to kill yourself. So this girl should just drink this imaginary potion and then croak. And then you'll come to here. So here's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 classes. 12 races, sorry. So you have your guinea pig or hamster, right? Right now there's only a male available. These are the classes you can play as. So you have knight, cleric, duelist. And then these ones that will be available. You have your centaur, right? You'll be able to change all his appearance and everything. You have minotaur. You have the deers, elkin. Strongborn. I don't know why this does. Oh, cause not hasn't. It says coming soon, right? So you can't see it. But I know on the website you can probably look at what the concept art is. This one, the champion, is that big, goofy looking guy I showed you before. High elf, they're coming out, right? Here's, I can't choose any of them. Wood elf, the girl. So you can choose between ranger and druid right now. Frost beaver's coming soon. And then you got the male version. Faye's gonna be one with wings. So if you want a character with wings, a male or female version. That's up your alleyway, and there's probably you'll probably be able to do some type of fly or something like that to get them away. The Thari, they can't see them. Oh, female. Half elf. They look the same for some reason. I don't know why. Wait, no. Inhuman. Oh, so male. This guy looks like he's a mime. Right. So you can see the races and the classes. And you'll be able to pick any type of one once it comes out. Okay, let's go back to my character. Okay, so I'll show you the crafting now. So when you come into the game, these are the basic ones. So it requires wood. So if you just start off, where's a tree? You'll go to a tree over here, in case you're wondering. You'll come up to this and you'll just do this. You'll punch it. I know the deers, they headbutt it at one point. Right? Okay, so did it drop? Okay, it dropped the apple. Okay, let's continue. I know it's boring what, like, this is what you're going to be doing at the beginning. Right, so drop the one. Yeah, I played Guild Wars 2. I played Arcade. I played BDO. Played Lineage. Actually, really liked Lineage 2, but I mostly played private servers. Arcade was a good game, but the owners fucked that up. What else? Played Diablo 2, Diablo 3. Let's use the regenerated buff. Yeah, bots and cheaters, but with Arcade, like, I don't know if you start off at the very beginning when it first came out. So, what I was pissed off was those stupid loot boxes. So like, I didn't really buy into those because, it's a whole gambling thing, right? You're paying, let's say, $100 with a chance of getting a certain glider. And some guys, they spent $10 and they got it, and some guys, they spent $200 and they didn't get anything that they wanted. And then if you remember the fishing boats that they had in that game, you needed it was a lightning struck tree. So, you might have one out of like a thunderstruck tree, that's what it was. You had like maybe one chance out of 100 trees or 1,000 trees to get a thunderstruck. And then they added this stupid package in, and you got like, all of a sudden you put like, it was a crystal tree on top of getting a thunderstruck tree. So now you got all these freaking crystal trees, and you got a thunderstruck. So all of a sudden you see all these guys. Like when I first started, I was the first one in the server. What was that? The top of the line bow at the time, or like top of the line you could get Dracon? No, Mr. Bomb, you might be able to remember. It was like, yeah. So like when those trees came out. No, no, not. Was it Black Pearl? No, no. That was later on. This was like right at the beginning. It was the highest. It was the highest bow that you could. Oh no, I'm not talking about for at the time it was for the fishing boat. So the fishing boat was what was the best at the time to get money, right? But no, this is like if you made a weapon. This is the best weapon you could get at the time. Yeah, so I was the first one in the server, and I was friggin' poor as a bum for armor. Like I just made, like, usually I make weapon first and then I make armor. because weapon you can kill a lot faster if someone doesn't have good armor. So I was the first one in the server to have the best bow. And within once all those, it was a lightning bow, but it was like it was the highest that you could get at the time. And I didn't have it like mystical or anything like at the time. You know how you could enchant it like different colors. Like yeah, I didn't have. I think I had like it wasn't even epic. It was like a rare or something. No, not rare. Rare was even higher. It was like one below epic. But I was like the first one in the server to have it. And it wasn't like I didn't pay for it. I didn't, use my in-game money. Like I bought it using, yeah, right? I had a dolphinated volcano bow. That's the bow I had, a dolphinite volcano bow. I was the first one in the server to have it, in the server I was playing on. And I did that by chance. It was pure luck. I didn't think I was like, oh, hey man, can you craft this for me? And he'd craft it higher. And I'm like, shit. And I was like, oh my God, you got another volcano bow. So any type of stuff I got, I was selling just to buy for the crystals to upgrade that volcano bow, right? And I upgrade to Delphin. And now I was like, okay, well, not everyone has this bow, right? You know, and then all of a sudden, for a good maybe 3, 4 weeks, I was the high. I was the only person with the highest weapon, but I had shitty armor, so I'd still die fast. But then all of a sudden, I see once all these loot boxes started coming out, and then they came out with that those thunderstruck trees. All of a sudden, I see is a group of 5 guys, all with mystical, with all Delphinad. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did these 5 guys come from? How is this fair, right? And they were slaughtering everyone. And I said, you know what? I love the game. I think it was a good idea. I don't like the part with the labor points because I never farm. Like I don't farm in games. I either play the if it's loot like how we do in this where you can take it off them. I do it that way. But I mostly played the auction house. And I bought for low, I sniped the auction house, and I sold for high. That's how I made my money. That's how I got my gear. But then you had all these guys that were you know spending 300, 400, maybe $1,000 in the game, getting all the best gear. It's no longer fun. So that's why I quit Arcage, just because of how those admins were. Anywho, I'm sure you have a similar story to that. Let's continue trying looking. Or if you want, I can show you the skill tree since I'm already here. Skill tree. So yeah. So here. So depending on what you want to play, you have your combat, your crafting, your exploration, right? So your crafting, as a crafter, you can only craft. You can't PvP. So it's more for people that aren't so much into PvP and they more enjoy crafting and do exploration and cutting down trees. That's not me. I want to PvP. But exploration also gives me a bonus as I play as a ranger. Now you can see here, there's different skill, like the tree, right? So first off, you start in this, the basics, and then you can go into whatever you want. You can go ore, stone, grave. Grave I'll talk about soon. Wood, animal, right? So you can see I branched off here because I tracking. Now enhanced sprint. So now my movement speed is faster. And I did that just for strictly PvP. Right? Now I'm working on this tracking proficiency. I don't know what tracking's for yet, but enhanced defense slow. So you can kind of see what you can go for first, right? So if you bought in this now and you started playing now, you could already figure out where you wanted to go first, right? Because most new players, like if I were to say, hey, you would be in the same position. You'd be like, oh, do I pick this one or do I pick this one? What do I do, right? You would already know. And next thing is, you can see here, you can see there's exploration mastery, right? Now you can see down here, it says next point in 7 hours, 27 minutes. It's completed in 8 days, 23 hours. So each one has a specific time frame on how long this will take, right? Now if you look this one, it's 20 days. Now, what's nice about this is if I play 12 hours a day and you only are able to play 4 hours a day, you see this time bank over here? This fills up even if you're online or offline. So you're not going to fall behind me. The only time you'll probably fall behind me is if you start later in the game. But they might offer something to say, you know what, because you started like 3 months later, you know, 3 people are 3 months ahead of you in this tree. They might give something to unlock that so you fully unlocked it, right? Which makes it fair for other players. But that's what's nice. Like no other game does this. Now, next thing, right? So then you can once you unlock this, you can go next one. Maybe you want to harvest um, you want to do more wood because maybe you're playing more of an archer, or maybe you want to go into more ore specialization. Maybe you can do both, right? It'll just take you longer, so you have to kind of think of what route you want to go in. Maybe like if maybe a bunch of your friends are playing, you can say, hey man, I need you to go to ore. I'll go into harvesting and animal, or maybe the wood, and that way you guys can say, hey man, you take care of this. You can supply me ore, and I'll supply you the wood, right? So we can look in the wood. Now this is where you'll really see 11 days, 14 days, right? You can see in Ash, they give specific, remember how I said before when you make your gear, they give you specific, um, no, well, yes. Exploration is a little bit of both. So exploration more pertains to the the cutting down logs and trees and that sort and quarries and stuff, but they have PvP things in it too. Now the PvP is more for like if I go or if I go back, right? Exploration basics. So if you're here, I got like increased movement speed. I got so if someone slows me, the time for that particular slow is decreased. So, you know, right? I don't know what pH is. There's a lot of stuff I'm still learning as well, as much as you guys are. You got like soul gems, right? From mining ore. So there is PvP stuff aspects in this, but this is more like I'm saying if you were going PvP and you don't buy the what's that thing called? Like the subscription, because I believe a subscription allows you to train in 2 professions, right? They could change that later down the road. I don't know. Maybe if someone makes a big stink about it and they say, you know, that's not fair for everyone, you know, you're gonna have a guy doing exploration and PvP, that's not fair. I don't know, right? But if it is, then that's the case, right? So then combat, this is like your more your like I'll probably when I go yeah, like it allows like from what I understand, the VIP status will allow you to have one extra character on your account. Currently, if you have an account, you can only have one character on it. So you can only play one type of person, right? So you can only play, say you wanted to have a PvP person, and then you want to have a crafter, then you can do that, right? But when I go on to retail or live, I'm definitely going combat because I want to branch into the ranged. Maybe once assassin, maybe I'll like assassin more. I don't know yet, right? So I'll probably branch into this, right? But look at this. 26 days to complete one mastery. Look, another 26 days. Another 26 days. So in time for me, from what people are telling me, it's going to take a year to fully unlock the combat tree. You may take more. Maybe it's just to maybe go down just to here. Maybe not even up to there, right? So if you guys want to see more, um, like I'll probably like if there's a lot more viewers for this, I can start streaming a lot more. Just hit that follow button. I also play games like Battlefield 1, Squad, um, some other ones too, Escape from Tarkov. But as you can see, so that's exploration, crafting, combat. So depending on what you want to go in, these are the ones you'll choose. Race, so your race ones, you have your racial basics. If you when you buy this game, you can take a look at it more. Thanks, Sasquatch, I appreciate it. Um, you can take a look at this more if you decide to buy. I think on their website they actually have this, so you can look through it. See, I got ones for inventory increases, more inventory, right? Then you can go into your particular class that you want. So you're gonna go hamster, go here, and then the class, right? So the class you want to play, mage, fighter, whatever. So that's the skill tree, and you can see right now I don't have this one training. See, I just finished this one. So you know, what? I'll I want to train this. So I'll come back tomorrow and I'll have whatever 12 hours done on it. And then I can put it into this one here, for example. I could put it into that 12 hours. And you'll see how this one's kind of already done. That's what I did. So I just add 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, whatever. In order to unlock to this one, I have to complete this one first. So that's, you know, that's what I do. I just do, okay, I want this one. Okay, I want this one. This one I can hold off for now. I'll go to this one next year. Okay, now I'll exit this for 1 second. Now I'll show you why it's probably important if you want to, if you're really looking at buying this game, to go and buy the packages that they have now, because they do offer stuff, as what my wife posted earlier on the stream. You can see over time it will cost a lot more to get the same what you can get now. Worlds. Come on, load a little bit faster. I just gotta remember before I log off tonight, I have to put my gear in the spirit bank or I'll lose it. What's this? Did it freeze? Okay, give me 1 sec. I'll load it up again. No. Just 1 second so I can put my passwords without you guys seeing. I mean, I don't even think you can see it. But oh, okay, now it's going. So just wait 1 second. I will next time. Okay, so we're back online, yes. Okay, go worlds. Now, these are my kingdom, right? I got stuff from pre-ordering, or basically shipping in to help out the, the game. And this is only I can go into this. This will last forever. This is not like the other campaigns you're seeing where it can end. I can invite anyone into this one. Let's say you want to go clans versus clan, you can do that too. Enter world. So with this one, I got like you'll see the difference between the starting zone, because it's not all there. Like you'll be missing a whole bunch of like those walls when you started when I showed you on the other server. So this is the one I made right now. I was just fiddling around, so you can make your own um, base, right? So I was just testing stuff. You can see if I have anything that you can do. A slope wall, right? Right, and then you can add it. You can change the height. You can lower it, right? So what's the lower again? T lower. So now it's there, right? So if I get up there, I can go up there. It'll be like that. So Like if you're in a guild, they're gonna have a huge area. They're gonna have crafters. There's gonna be a whole like city basically. That's the house that I have. There's nothing in it right now, but I'm thinking maybe later down the road you can put your own furniture in here, and especially if you're in a guild or something like that, right? And then you can invite enemy clans in to come and try and attack your base or something for fun. But that's what I've just been told from a couple of my friends. But this is just like, but you know, nothing really special. But let me see if I can show you. No. Like all this terrain. So that's the starting area over there. Same as at the other kingdom that we were at, right? But each area here, see how this has mountains? So each I got like special um like this land placements because I pre-ordered, right? So I got all these special land placements so I can place these land segments out here, right? And each one will have like trees, one will have um the rocks, one will have mines, and maybe in these areas they'll have like the oak trees, the ash trees, the spruce trees, right? So you'll be able to come here with a friend and farm these instead of farming them out in the kingdom where you might get, in the other campaigns where you might get killed and lose that stuff. Maybe it'll just um like refresh a lot slower. Maybe every 12 hours you could do one. Like I'm not 100% sure, but that's just speculation right now. Edit kingdom? Yeah, see? Like this. So you can move this any way you want, right? I can enable PvP. I can make this a public kingdom. I can name the name, star description. So that's just for example right now. I'll go back to lobby. There's nothing really to do here right now. But you could just imagine if you had a big guild, what it could look like, right? Okay, we'll go back into world campaign. I'll try and look for some more people, hopefully. Yeah, no problem, man. Have a great day. You're always welcome to come back to the stream. Um, I play other games as well, so have a good night, man. I'll just put these. Yeah, no worries, man. Same here. Yeah, I'm learning as much same time as you. I've just been in it a little bit longer, but I'm still learning as well. You might find things out that I won't know, right? Later, buddy. Have a good one. Is anyone else still here? Or? Yeah, I'll go and find some people to kill. Let's close this off. Sometimes this doesn't work great. I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't like allow me, like glitches out a little bit. This is only something like it barely ever happens. When it does, it does. Okay, let's check if there's 88. So let's go and try and look for some people. So anyone have any other questions? Don't be afraid to ask. I'll turn the graphics down because I want to be able to see people. Yeah. What is... oh, that's the first. I'll try in a couple minutes. No, you can do this anytime. Can I? I'll try again. There's one of my strongholds over there. Nope. There's the lumber mill. I'll go there to see if there's any people there. Maybe I can go skill tree. Dashboard. No. There we go. Now this will make it easier for me to see people. There's a guy over there. The question is, if I can get the thing on him, I can see if he's on my side. Yeah, the chaos side usually they have a lot more guys outside. They're willing to risk it. That's why I kind of want to go on the other, stay on the other side, or change the faction next campaign, so I can start preying on these guys a little more. These small chests usually give wood and stuff like that. Green, blue. I think these all been picked through. Ah, there is someone over there. No, that was just a bush. X-Spade? Yeah. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll join. Oh, because tomorrow's gonna be. Hopefully tomorrow's the new campaign, so I'll join the same campaign as him, same faction, so we can go and because I know our area very well, we can scope up some. Usually there's people farming these cats, but I don't see anyone. Hello and welcome to the stream, guys. Anyone have any questions about Crowfall? You just like stopping in to see what it looks like. I have it on really low graphics right now. See if we can see anyone moving around. No, no one yet. Okay, we'll go to the back of their base. See if we can find anyone not paying attention. Hopefully we can pick off some guys that are harvesting some last minute resources before the campaign ends. This is ours too. Nice, so this is just outside of their fort. Let's just quickly check how many are on right now. 87. I think they just had like a new update recently that a lot of people were able to go, like all the ones that had higher packages than I have. So hopefully with this next campaign that comes out, there will be some more people on. Because it's kind of a little bit more difficult to like, there's only, 80 people on. Trying to find those 80 people in this size of the world is a little bit difficult. Especially if you want to show like more of the PvP side, which most people want to watch. It gets kind of boring. But once you do find it, then it's well worth it. Usually people farm here because it's ash trees. And there's copper usually over here, I think. I don't hear anyone chopping. Looks like was there recently. And usually when you're playing, you're looking for the silhouette of player because you'll notice the player before you'll know what side of it he's on. So that's when you play, like I play as an archer, so they usually have the furthest line of sight for when the player name shows up. And because you're actually a little bit taller up, you can tend to see better than like if it was a hamster. guys. Plus, it's already like 10 o'clock at night, so you can hear them in there. They're killing boars. I can't get in there. Game volume? Okay. How's this? Still quiet? So hopefully I can find some people. Yeah, because you tend to hear them before you see them. And then, or you tend to look for their silhouettes, like running in the distance. And usually I hear it before I see them. Unless I like stand on one of these mountains and just watch for people running. The last guy I caught up here on these farming these trees over here. But I know I believe there's a node down here that has gold. Hopefully they don't think anyone's gonna come down here and look. For the guys that are just started watching, is there any questions you have? I'll be free to answer them. Let's see if I can. Hopefully there's some guys over here, but if not, I have to head back around that way. But I'm desperate to find some people. Looks like I'm coming around on one of the castles here. So here's one of the gold. There's no one here though. This is one of the castles. Each faction has one. As you can see, one of the other factions owns it right now. Eventually they'll add an importance to them. Right now it's just for fun. You just go and attack it for fun. But they will add an importance to it. And I believe like they'll probably have it in if you're like your certain guild takes over another faction's um, castle, you have like bragging rights and stuff. A lot of PvP. It'll probably give benefits to the certain guild just for owning it. There wasn't anyone really here, unfortunately. I'll just take this, go around this way. Do I have any traits? Yes, still have my traits. Good. If you guys have any questions, just write it in chat and I'll try and answer it. Hmm? Yeah, where is everyone? Maybe I'll try tomorrow. Reaper's Ridge. We have this place. I think it's just late at night that there's not many people on right now. And they're all trying to stay in their base or their AFK. Anyone here? Usually there's some guys hitting these Hellcart chargers. Doesn't look like anyone is today. Is there anyone here? Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while because they haven't. So these treasure chests, they give different types of items, mostly wood. They come in different shades. So you saw there's like a green. Oops. They come in green, blue, white, and the type of color it is, the more rare it is. So you can have all the way up to gold. So there's like green, blue, red, gold. And then the type of tree. So if you have ash, it'll give you like crit chance or crit damage, something like that. Spruce will give you AP. Another one will give you health. One will give you light lifesteal. So depending on how you want to set up your character, you chop down those certain type of trees, or you harvest those type of rocks. Um, which is nice because other games it's just strictly like, oh, you buy this weapon, this is the best weapon in the game. So there's not a lot of variety. Like if you play Black Desert, it's just who has the highest enchant and who has the the boss items, right? Which is not really. You're all just playing the same. It's just based on skill. So that animation just said that someone's died. See, this red heart thing means that certain classes they'll get, if they die they leave that, and so if you walk into it you sustain damage. So this is the mining area. This has copper that gives critical rate. Gold I don't know what it does yet. There's a oh there's someone here. I heard movement. Oh, it's these two guys. See, if I was able to play as the other side, I could just come and kill these two guys. But unfortunately, and usually there's a lot of PvP in this area because everyone comes for these little small chests here. They grab the stuff out. But let's check how many people are on. There's 81. How much is in chaos? 24. Yeah, I don't think much people are on right now. Usually I go up, try to go up on high rocks. You can kind of see if people are moving. Like coming back and forth from harvesting, so you can kind of figure out where they're coming from. Where it looks like it's kind of dead tonight. This cemetery, so if you come here to the cemetery, you can dig out body parts. And there's even different level body parts. You can get green parts, you can get blue parts, etc., etc. And basically what it means is when you spawn into the game, everyone has the same stats as a wood elf. But if you start harvesting all these parts, you can make actually your character better. You can add, like if you get a head, you can get, an extra 15 dexterity, and depending on the level, right? So if you get like a really good blue or red piece, you'll get, like, let's say instead of 13, you'll get maybe 25 or 30, right? Which, so your vessel basically is can get better and you can get stronger. So you don't necessarily need better equipment, but having the better equipment with a better vessel really helps. I think it's pretty empty today. Usually there's a lot more stuff going on. Let's go check this over here. Maybe tomorrow it'll be a lot better because there'll be more people on. Yeah, oh, green one. Nice, a blue. Any more? I think I checked these ones. Yeah. Okay, so usually I do that. I do from the mining to here. In this area too, they have the ash trees, the oak trees. Um, there are in other regions too. I think there's some all the way down there. This place is highly contested. There's a lot of PvP here, so when it goes retail on live, this area will be a lot of PvP, um, which would be really nice. So for the new guys that are joining the stream, you guys have any questions, or you just trying to see what the game looks like? I think it's pretty dead tonight. I don't think there's too many people on. See if I can get up here. Yeah, so that's this right here is where else I go to get the loot and stuff. Let's see. Do we see anyone running around out there? Yeah. I'll take one more route around. See if I can just see anyone outside of the bases. If not, I don't think it's really fair for you guys to just watch me run around and not kind of show you any action. Consider that's later at night. Um, if you guys want, you can follow my channel. I'll try streaming tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be more people on and I can show you more of the PvP side. Um, you guys are welcome to, talk and chat. That way I can kind of figure out what you guys are looking for, what you guys want to see, because I don't mind, repeating myself. Yes, the game is out. It's in alpha stage. If you buy the whatever $50 pack right now, you can actually get in and play exact same time as I am. Have you looked into the game much, or is it you just came across it and said, "Oh, what is this?" Or has it been something that you've been looking at over time, just peeking in, seeing what it's all about? I think if I go, there's a way to get to the iron ore here. I think that's it there. Yeah, I was doing the same, just peeking. Like, a couple of my friends have been playing this for a while, but they kind of got me more on board now because Yeah, at the end. But I believe they're putting out the beta um, either in the summertime or a bit later in the fall. Supposedly it's supposed to be really big. A lot of the guys that I play with can't wait for that because obviously there's gonna be a lot more player base. Um, yeah, usually I go up here and I come over here and you can usually see if anyone's farming the iron ore. But the PvP side's a lot of fun. The fights I've gone into when you do find them, and sometimes there is enough people on that there's constant PvP during the day. Yes, it is open world, so there's 3 factions. Currently, I'm on Chaos. Usually, the Chaos I find they're a little bit more. Um, they'll go out into the open and not really sit in their fort. But yeah, see, this is iron ore. So this is a node here. So there's nodes all over the area. So you'll have like gold, tin, silver, iron ore. Each ore will give a specific type of stat to your. So if like iron, say for example, will give P attack damage or your attack damage, right? So even these rank 9, you need certain people to do this. Like I can't go and do this right now. I have to have the right harvesting thing. Eventually they'll have people who specifically just want to do this type harvesting. They have a skill tree specific to them. Then they have skill trees specific to PvPers and for like exploration, harvesting, and crafters is another one. So right now, the reason I'm going out and looking for people is, um, if you die, whatever in your inventory right here is free for everyone. So usually me and another guy will go as a party of 2, and we'll go and hunt people farming this stuff. And when we kill them, we get to take this. Now, you can't take their stuff. You can't take this, but you can take this, whatever's in the inventory. But if they don't realize, oh, I have my armor in my inventory, well, guess what? You just, and if I can kill you, then we get your armor. But like I'm not type of person that enjoys more the chopping down trees and harvesting that sort of stuff. There's people that do that, but I'm more into the PvP, so I rather go and look for it, spend my time and look for the PvP, and you also get better at PvP as well. But I'll go in and maybe they spent 20 minutes and they didn't run back to town in 20 minutes, or maybe they didn't have someone with them, right? And I'll go kill them and take 20 minutes worth of they just farm. It's just part of the game. Some people might not like that. Me, I love it. But in this game, like there's 12 classes or 12 races and maybe 10 classes, and each race can play any type of class. There's no um, oh, you can only play ranger if you're an elf. No, you can play anything. But each race gets a specific um, utility, right? So their defense, like maybe human ranger gets a different one. Maybe minotaur gets a different one, right? I get blink, so it allows me to do that, right? And then my ultimate is I get 40% lifesteal when I attack. So I can blink, I can heal off damage, and I can camouflage. Now, I can only camouflage if I'm standing still. As soon as I start moving, it goes away. When I start back up, camouflage again. Now, this is good and bad. A, you can stand up there, camouflage, wait for people to run in the city. Hey, I'm gonna go to this. You could sit there for maybe 10, 20 minutes, come back, see, oh, they probably did 20 minutes of farming. You know what? Now I'm gonna go kill them. And then you can go back, right? But also, forget that if someone else is watching you and they're stealthed, and you don't realize, and then you don't realize that they know you're there, and so you just think, oh, this guy doesn't know, he's just gonna run right past me, right? Well, that's happened to me where I didn't know. I thought this guy was just gonna run right past me, and so I stood still and realized that no, he did see me, and he ended up killing me. So look, I don't know if I'll be able to catch this guy because he's pretty close to town, but let's give it a go. Hopefully, he's just been doing slag, so knocked down. I stunned him, rooted him. He's probably gonna run over there, so I'll throw a bomb. I'll shoot him again. So this guy, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's just standing here. He knows he's screwed. And I'll hit him again with the rapid arrow. And I'll finish him off. I'll come, put my weapon away. Right? I'll go up to his body. Loot. Oh look. You had all this green stuff. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Right? He might be ticked off. I've seen people get very ticked off and salty about it. But honestly, it's just part of the game. It's he wasn't paying attention. He just thought, oh, I'm over here on the side of my base. No one's gonna come over here and attack me. You know what? That's where you usually find the people that are not paying attention. So you see, I got too close to their zone, so that it tried, one of their archer things try to attack me. So I usually just stay a little bit further away. You can't go inside and attack them while they're farming. I wish you could, because there's a lot of guys that stay in there and just farm off the borers, and it's pretty. I want them to come more outside, so I can just do what I just showed you. But remember, if you guys are looking to play, remember whatever's in your inventory can be looted. So do not keep weapons, do not keep any type of crafting materials that you've already crafted, because you will lose it if you die. But what I was saying before, it's good. Like the reason I purchased this early was to figure out what I'm supposed to do once it does become live, because most guys, if you know, you get stuff from purchasing early, so you'll get like extra stuff that you know the guys down the line won't get. It's not game breaking, like it really plays no advantage. You just have more of it. Um, you know, oh, here's a guy. Doesn't even know. See, look. I don't even know what he's doing. Why is he just? He's just gonna charge me, or what? He probably doesn't even realize. I hit him. Let's suppress him again. Oh, he's an archer. Shoot him with this. Shoot him with this. He knows he's screwed, so now he's gonna try and run. Okay, now. What do you have? Oh, he had all this stuff. Thank you very much. Now these gray weapons and stuff, they're useless. They're just basic. Yeah, like Rangers my playstyle. I've always played Rangers in every type of game. BDO, Lineage 2, Arcage. It's my type of playstyle. There's also Assassins, which I'm waiting to see how they play, because I used to play like rogue type characters as well. Just with Ranger, you can try and no weight limits, so you can carry as much as you want on you. I wouldn't advise it, right? But there's inventory limit. Now that bang you just heard is I put a trap down, so if he tried to run away, it would actually blow him up in the air and kind of like freeze him in spot. So I try to pick fights. Well, definitely as a ranger, you pick fights that that you know you'll win at. And like I'm not a good player by any means. Like I'm fairly maybe 3-4 weeks in. So I don't know. Like there's some guys like other rangers I'll go against and they just completely wipe me. But as I've been playing, I've been learning how what the skills do, which ones to use. At the PvP, like once you get a lot of people, it's fun. And it's like, and especially if you get the guys that um you know, let's say you're fighting for a node and and you know the enemy clan's been farming there for a while and they have crafters, right? And the guys that are, so now you got guys running, let's say they're sending guys back to go put it into the base, into these strongholds so they don't lose it, right? Well, let's say you don't want to attack them. You just wait for them on the road here. They come straggling in. You kill them, take their stuff that they just, with their clan has been doing. So obviously now the clan's going to have to send people with them to make sure they don't die, right? So if you get like, a bunch of your buddies to wait for these guys to come back, you gank them, you take the good stuff that they've just done, and then take it back to your base. You're laughing, right? And I've seen like on the chat here, you take some guy's stuff, like he's like, man, I just spent fucking hour harvesting this iron ore and stuff, and you just come by in like a minute and take it all from me, right? They get really angry. Even the guys that, like, because you see, some of our own guys will be farming, then they'll end up dying to a monster or something. Hey man, that's free. Just go up to his body and take his stuff. Sure, he might be angry at you, but hey, thank you very much for the follow. I also stream Battlefield Escape of Tarkov. I'm going to be doing soon. I'm just still learning the ropes. Yeah, the videos on YouTube they don't show too much. Like when I'm like a lot of like you guys before, I was trying to figure out, hey, do I really want to spend the money on this game? Should I wait till it comes out? And I like the concept of the game, and I like the direction they were going because the original creators were the ones that were making Shadowbane. Now, I never played Shadowbane, and I didn't know really much about it, but a lot of the guys from my clan did. Yes, they do. They keep upgrading. Um, they're constantly like before they had like certain races only got certain classes, and even like a male and female. There's like only one male, one female, but they changed all of that. Now it's like they have a male female version, and you can play a class for every type of race. Like, because the people are complaining, right? They're like, man, but I want to play. I want to play as what is it, the Foray or Fairy or whatever that has wings. It's pretty cool. You can look it up on their website, but it has wings. And like, man, I want to play as that character with the wings, but I want to play as an archer, or I want to. No gender lock. That's what I like, right? I was like, oh, maybe if I played as the guy with the wings, I could like fly up onto the edge of those mountains and overlook. Maybe I can like use certain skills so I can like launch myself across the ground further away. You can barely hear me? You hear me okay now? Okay, so Lockwork, what side are you on? Yeah, I'll try it could just be on my headset that it's slow. Balance. Okay, so I'm on the opposite side. I'm on chaos. So I won't be able to show you as of right now. Maybe I can show you on my stream. Okay, just let me get in the spot. Okay, so I just camouflage so now you can't see. Okay, so here's if you're looking at your crafting area, right? So if depending on what type of class you're playing, let's say if you're playing Ranger, right? You want to make a better bow because you just have the basic one. Um, So as you can see, this is my bow. It's just a plain white one, nothing special. But you can see all the statistics I have on it. It has different lifesteal, attack power, critical chance, that sort of stuff, right? So in order to make a weapon, so you're gonna go for Ranger. Make sure you look at here. It's just equipable on Ranger. This one is equipable on some another. Equipable when Master of Bows is also equipped. I'll check that one out later. Equipable when maybe one day I'll try making all three of these bows here. Oh, what was that? Let's just double check. Let's go up to the top of this mountain because I heard one of those things move. So if one of those things move, it means it's chasing someone. It's that one there, I think. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's my own guy. See? Now I can't see his name like this, but if I put highlight over him, I can see him. He's chaos, so. Anywho, let's get back to it. So I'll try making these boars. Right now there's about 82 or 87 users on. I last checked. 74. So it's dropped. So because it's later at night, it's already 10:40 p.m. Usually I've seen up to like 150, 200. And usually if you go on to any other side than Chaos, the Chaos guys are a lot more outside, farming around. While I find the other guys, they tend to stick in their fort. So on the next campaign, maybe it's better to go on the other side just so you can kill the Chaos, just so you have more fighting, right? So let's get on with this. I'll try making this one next time. Master of Bows. So it requires one bowstring, one bow riser, one bow lift staff, or bow staff limb, and another one. Hunger shard. I think it's these things, but I don't. It says Banewood sapling. I don't know what that is, so I gotta ask one of my friends what to do with this. But let's say you're making a bone staff limb, right? So what does it require? It requires a plank, right? Okay, so what is a plank? 3 wood. Now, you see how we have different ones here? We have the yew wood, the ash wood, and then now you got different colors. You have birch, that's green, and the blue. So the white is basic, green's the next one, then you got blue, and then you got red, and then you got gold. So gold is the best. So let's say for example, I want a spruce, blue spruce. I want my blow to look blue colored, not just white, right? So I'll make one. It'll say success, right? Now it does have a chance of failing, just so everyone's known for that, right? Now they do have, I can show you after, but anyways, see statistics, attack power plus 0.15, right? Now, part is cool. Never do this, because if you fail, you lose everything, you don't get anything. So it's a 0.25 or 25% risk, right? You run an experiment. See, I got failure. Okay, let's try again. Great. Success. So increase my attack power by 0.404. And it went up 1%. Sometimes you get amazing success. Success again, 0.7. Great success. So I got, what, 30 point, yeah, let's say 30.030, right? Okay, next. Make item. So it's making the plank. So if you get like amazing success, it gives you even more attack power, right? Okay, I'll take this. Okay, now let's say, because I only have, let's do a spruce. It's not blue color, so you'll get less, right? Run experiment, moderate success. So you can tell, I think this is spruce too, right? So this is spruce and this is spruce. Now, even though I did pretty good for a percentage, I still didn't get the same attack power because when you have a better blue, you'll get more attack power, right? So I'll take this. Like I don't even, it's kind of useless right now, but because you try to go for these blue ones. Always try to go for blue when you make your weapon because you'll get better stats. Okay, so I'll take this, right? Now let's do you. Let's see what that gives us. Lifesteal, right? So now you kind of get the gist of what's going on, right? Monarch success. Sometimes you can get amazing success. Let's make this. Let's try doing this birchwood after. See what birch gives. Do birch. Next. So it gives max stamina. Great success. Failure. Amazing success. See? Amazing. So look, 20% now. So you want to, you really hope, it's RNG, but you hope you get amazing success. There is also critical failure, so it'll actually go back a whole bunch. Yes, you can. You can mix blue and green together. You'll get something. Sometimes if you put two blues, you'll still get out a blue. Or like if you put two blues and a green, you'll still get a blue. It really depends on the RNG of that factor. But like let's say if I make, see it, now I got three. Let's try this. Let's just see what it gives us. So you give me a white, right? Even though I put a blue and a green. But I got 1.31 to attack power and max stamina. Now let's do Sheen. What does Sheen do? Failure. Alright, so it increased this, right? Yeah, no worries, man. Hey, but make sure when you log, make sure you put it in there before you log out tonight. Because if you get home later tomorrow, they're doing the reset for the campaign. So if you were to leave all this stuff on, if I were to leave this on and they were to reset the campaign, I'd lose everything here. Next campaign. The next campaign, you can use this bow, you can use this armor, you can use this weapon, right? And then for the next campaign also, look, see, this is how I was telling you about when you dig, people's graves up or dig the graves up at the cemeteries. This is the stuff you get, right? So if you're a human, you get strength plus 10. So the next round, you can make a new avatar or a new crow, is what this character is called, and you get a new crow. So you could add like 10 to strength. So you have to be at 44, right? So here's kind of like what you can get. And this is green. So like what would a blue one do? What would a red one do, right? What would a gold one do? See, this one gives spirit and intelligence, or intellect, right? See, this is the same type of bow I made, but look at all the different statistics I got on this one because I added and mixed stuff. See, I got tin bar adds stamina. I got an elk stitch leather elk. They're gonna add elk to the game. Right now you can only get this from those chests I was showing you earlier. Support power. So this would be if you're like a, maybe a like a healer or something like that, a cleric. And then these knotwood planks. So these knotwoods is the one you start off in the game, right? When you start right off, you go and you hit the trees down with your bare hands. You get enough wood. First thing you make is after this finish. First one you'll make is an axe, like this, but this one's an upgraded one. But you'll get an axe, like these ones, these gray ones. See, it says basic runestone. And these have durability. When you go to blue, they have better durability. In order to get these blue ones, you go up to ruin making. Okay, so in order to do a ruin, you want runestone harvesting tools. Runestone harvesting death is for the cemetery. And life, sorry, for missile staffs. Okay, so this would be for like mages and stuff for making their stuff. Oh, maybe this one too. Okay, harvesting is just for everything. Okay, I was wrong about that. This is the one you want for harvesting. So you need a sigil and an unmarked rune stone. Where you get that? Right here. So you got your knife, your hammer, your axe, depending on what your pick, right? Okay, so for a pick you need 2 ores and a parchment paper. Parchment paper, I believe, is in woodworking. Woodcrafts, no. This is how you make your arrows. Advanced arrows, basic arrows. You want to make advanced arrows if you're playing Ranger. This, I'm trying to figure out how to get heartwood. Let's see. Where is that? I looked at all this, didn't I? Parchment. Here you go. So you just need 1 wood. So you get 1 wood, make parchment paper. Go up here. You can either make unmarked stone. I'd say go with the stone because I think it's more durable. So put 3 stones in. Actually, I might be able to do it right now. Do I have stone? Yeah. Okay, let's see. What happens if I put these 3? It's blue. All right. Let's do extra durability. Great success. Good success. Moderate. Great. Let's see. 20%. Right on. Let's make it. Now, I think see how this has like +5 mining? Well, depending on your success rate, you could go up to a +14. You could also go up to a +50, a +60, depending on your success, right? So let's say I want to make an axe. Do I have enough ore? Yes, I do. But I don't have it. Okay, we'll just have to use this ore and 1 parchment paper. Let's go. Add single. Durability. Moderate. Great. Amazing. Good. Right? I'd probably get more if I had if I had better ore, right? Make item. See, this guy had green ones, right? Thank you. Thank you very much, Kuhn the Barbarian. I like that name. I appreciate it, man. Okay, now let's do this and this. Hopefully it doesn't fail. Success. So now, you know how this one had 5 + 5? I got +6.25. Now, let's see what happens if I do a grade. Failure. Failure. Come on. Failure. Okay, so with this one, I got all failures, but I'll make it anyways. And yes, it does take long when you make one of these weapons. It takes like a minute for it to go across. You just want, like, gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. Now, what was I going to say next? So that's basic. Okay, so this is how you made the harvesting stuff. So make this because it gives you better durability. You have a chance of getting higher statistics. So you can get up to 14 + 30 + whatever. In order to get, yeah, that's right. That's where I was going. Okay, so in order right now, so if you anytime you make any type of blue weapons, like if you're ready to say, I want to make a blue bow, or if I'm making those, you remember how I was making these blue planks, save all your blue stuff, right? When you're ready to craft and you want really high success rate, you want to make sure you don't get any failures, come over here, these pre-alpha test potions, right? Here you go. You got 1 ore, so you just make, right, 2 ores. Yes. You know why? Because I made mistakes. Where I made a bow that was all blue and I didn't have this friggin' crafting and it failed. Now it still has a chance to fail with the crafting, but I still failed and I wasn't happy about it. Because then I had to go and kill a whole bunch of other people just to make it again. You know, killing people is just fine. It gets the frustration out, but you still get what I mean. So yeah, you make these crafting potions, right? So do this whenever you're going to make like this leather gear, anything like that. New bows. Okay, so now you've figured out for that. Now, you see these disciplines up here? So I play as an archer. There's different major disciplines you can choose from, as you can see from down here. And I suggest getting this if you're playing. Get this right away because it's actually like a subclass for your character. So what I mean by subclass is, see for example, I go over this as Arcane Archer, or Archer. It has the statistics. This is what it gives me. So it gives me range distance +5 and farsight. So farsight allows me to see further ahead. So I can see, not like you can see for anyone, you can see a player running across, like running across over here. But when you get closer to them, you don't know if they're your side or the enemy side. And it's better to see if they're enemy first before they see you, right? Because if you say, oh, you know, maybe my clan's over here, they say they're over here, so I'm running over here and I'm approaching a group of people. Do I know if they're good or do I know if they're bad? That's a big thing, right? So it's better to see further ahead. Oh, yes, they're all bad guys. I'm going to run the opposite way because I'm not going to run towards them and lose whatever I have in here if I have anything, right? So that's better. You can, you know, if you're running and I'm approaching someone, I can see ahead of time, oh, you know, maybe he's a little bit further ahead of me. I can see maybe he's my team or he's the enemy team. And if I can see he's enemy first, then I know, okay, the chase is on. You better run really fast because I'm like a lion. I'm going to hunt you down. So you can see Arcane Archer. These are powers granted. So I'll get, these are like buffs or skills. I get Arcane Barrier. So I use this against mages. So it basically, if I go over here, where is it? This one. See, protect yourself with a barrier preventing up to 2,500 elemental damage. So I only have 5,000 health. That's half my health that it saves. Hell yeah, I'm going to use that. Or if it's $500 of other types. So it still helps. It's 500 or 200, 2,500, right? Now, what else does it give? Gives a ground attack, binding. So it roots them in place so they can't move for a certain amount of time. Now with your skills that you have later on, which I can show you if you're new, that you can increase this time if you have that unlocked. So you could say, let's say from 10 seconds, it can go to 12 seconds. Well, 2 extra seconds, that's like more damage you can put on before they get to you or they can run away. And then the Way of the Trails, this is a passive, increase auto improvement, the manage speed, right? So over here, this is your passive tree. This is where you'll put down. So I put down Way of Trails. So on the website, or there's a website out there that you can read which discipline does, because it doesn't say here. Like you go over this, it doesn't say. There's no way. Only way you can figure out is if you make it. But that's why it's better to go on the website and check out beforehand, because then you can kind of make your character to the way you want it to. Do you want to play as a character that has stealth all the time? He can run fast and stealth. He can, you know, or do you want to play as more of like a healer archer? You know, there's so many possibilities with the different types of disciplines. You know, maybe you don't want to play an archer. Maybe you want to be as an archer with the certain skills that they get, but you want to play more melee class, right? I have melee skills too. Maybe you want to be a mix. Maybe you want to like get in close, knock them down, jump back, range jump, get in close again, right? You can change it up. Sharpshooter, right? Ricochet, multiple enemies critical hit bonus, increased damage when apart from enemies. So the further away, the more damage you do. And then you got the far sight, which I said before is for seeing the player before they see your name tag. Range distance, so I can attack from further range. And piercing damage. Piercing damage is what I use is our single, like our regular damage. Like our number, or just our regular click skill. This is a piercing damage. This causes bleed. So if you're shooting someone, you do this. Charge up first. Shoot them like that. Just click once and then do it again. Right? So that the last shot gives a bonus on your bleeding. So you want to do that. Okay, so here's all your major disciplines. Go on the website, figure out which one's best for you, play around with it. I'm still playing around with these, I change them all the time. Your mastery discipline is what type of weapon you're using. Do you want to use it for your shield or do you want to use it for sword? Any, like all that sort of stuff. You can see when I go down here, weapon discipline, there you go. All different stuff. Right? Swords, shields, scimitars, rapiers. There's different weapons you can use, different melee weapons, whatever you like, right? And as you can see before, when I was showing you when you're crafting the bow, for example, I didn't even know about this because I didn't really read it until I was showing you guys. It says equipped when master of bows discipline is also equipped. So later on, maybe tomorrow or the day after, I'm gonna try and make this bow and see what the difference is between this one and this one. And maybe I'll try this one too. I'll make all four. Who cares? I'll make all four and you can see the difference, right? Because I don't know the difference. No one's told me the difference. It's all, testing yourself. Okay, so once you figure out your major and you figure out your weapon, now you have minor. And these are like I have glass cam, increased damage reduces armor. Sparring, increased basic attack since a lot of my attacks are basic damage. And Elvenize, Farsight, right? So you can go through these, figure out, you can get like Thorns. So Thorns is like reflects damage back to the enemy. Again, you can figure all this out on the website. Just look up disciplines for Crowfall and it'll show you all. You can start going, figure out what you want to do. Maybe like for your type of build you want to play. Then now harvesting. So for harvesting, remember how I was telling you that you're going to have to protect guys that are harvesting certain nodes? These are the ones that they run. Now, if you can also run these as well. So you can get like a grave digger if you want to dig up bodies for yourself for your next campaign, or you can do for logger or whatever. So you do logger and then you'll do like hoarder, right? These two. And you can go with a group of guys that you're playing with and do this, right? You can all make sure you make these weapons and you can go and harvest those oak trees, right? That I was telling you about before that they're these ones here. These ones are the what is it, elm or the yew. Those ones are yew. There's some oak trees here. They're by the lumber yard. Whatever that. I think it's over here somewhere. I think lumber yard's right there. Right, yeah. So they have all the high-end um, stuff, and they give you quite a bit. Like if you knock down a tree, you'll get like maybe you could go from 2 blues to like 6 or 8 blues, and you only need like, if you saw for the planks for mine, right? So I go woodworking, so I need 2 bow staffs, right, and a bow riser. Okay, woodworking components, 2 bow staffs. So you need 3 planks, so that's 9 pieces of wood. So if you get from one tree 8 pieces, you know what I'm getting at? Bow riser, you need 1 more plank. You just need bow grip, bow rest, bow sight. These are all metal, right? So you go to the metal place. Hopefully you get, blues there from there too. Build those. It's only 1 blue bar for each one. There, done that. Then you go to leatherworking, and you need a bowstring, stitched leather. You need 3 pieces of hide, right? So hopefully when you go to the quarry that's over there, that one over there, you'll get hide, right? Here, you'll get hide. Needs 3, so you can build a string, right? A blue string, and you can get whatever on that, right? So I have some blue stuff. I'm kind of low. And then my ore, right? And then this is what I was showing for when you're making these picks and stuff, right? I didn't know about that till today. So that's how you can build the weapon, right? Just go for leather, like Blacksmith, if you want to make a, let's see, if you want to make a one-handed weapon, let's see, they have hammer, sorry, hammer, mace, they have a mace, hammer, axe, long curved sword, long sword, medium sword, right? Component, weapon component, weapons. Here you go, right? It'll tell you what class is applicable to. Applicable on knights, knight and clerics, duelists. So make sure when you're picking your weapon that you want, you pick for the right class. Because it's pretty. You know, I could see someone make a mistake just being like, oh, I know I really want to wear a hammer, but maybe you can't. Now, this might change in the final release, right? So don't think that, oh, I don't want to have a hammer all the time. That might change, right? Then your armor. So this is where it becomes more in depth, your armor here, right? So you got 15 hide and 15 tin. Now you see these green things here? These are additional stuff you can add to the armor. So if you just wanted to make the armor, you go 25 iron, 5 tin, 15 and 15 hide, and make it. Boom, you'd have it. Yeah, everything's recorded to the videos, so you can rewatch this later. I know it's like 11 o'clock. I gotta go to bed soon too, as I gotta wake up at 4:30. But I'll just show quickly for the metal rings. So if you got metal ring, which card? Oh, look now all this stuff. So you can really make your armor really strong as long if you do all this stuff. Have it all blues, maybe have it all yellows or reds, right? Have this all to the max. Then you'll have a way better armor than I have, because I just have a stinking white piece, right? Nothing special. If you had a red one, could you imagine? And this lasts. So every time I die, I think it takes away like 5 durability. I don't think you can repair the durability either. So it allows for like new armors to come in, and you can trade all this stuff. So if you, let's say you killed someone and they had this armor in their inventory, well, guess what? You got it. And then you say your friend says, hey man, I really need a leather tunic. Well, here you go, man. You can trade it right to him. You can trade everything. So it's not like some other games where they restrict you on trading. So for the guys that are still watching, I'll probably head to bed soon and end the stream. Tomorrow I'll log back on. Hopefully they'll do the new campaign so I can join back in. Hopefully there'll be a lot more people on so I can show you more of the PvP side. I'll probably hit up one of the guys I usually play with and we'll play on the same side. And for the guys that are just starting out, if I'm not on by like 5-6 o'clock, just go whatever side you want to. But if you want to be on the same side, just wait a little bit, and I can figure out what side we're going to go on to, and then we can all kind of play. And if we're going to go against Chaos because they have a lot more people venturing out, then we'll go kill Chaos, right? Or whoever may be. But hopefully there will be a lot more on instead of just the 74 users or 84 users are on. And hopefully there'll be a lot more people running around, farming materials, and yeah. And I can show you more about the game as it's getting pretty late. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have to go to work tomorrow. So if you enjoyed what you watch, just hit follow, please and thanks. And that way when I start streaming, you guys will know when I start streaming. And you guys are always welcome to come and, play with me. I'm not like one of those guys that, won't say, oh no, I'm not telling you what server I'm playing in. No, you guys can come. You can even stream snipe me if you want. I don't it doesn't matter to me. It just adds character into the stream because it's kind of boring just talking to myself when I have no one to speak with, right? Thank you very much, Cabled. I appreciate it. And hopefully, if you did buy this game, I would recommend it if you're looking into Crowfall and if you like what you see. Thank you, Clockwork. I appreciate it. So if you guys like what you see and you want to purchase Crowfall, I highly I think it's going in the right direction. I enjoy playing. I enjoy the PvP. I understand that we have to wait like another 8 months or whatever. Hopefully it comes out sooner. Maybe the beta will come out in a couple months. Hopefully a lot more players. Then we can kind of um, yeah, I enjoyed the game. I've been playing for about a month now. Um, it's the concept of the game is very well done. Um, they're updating it constantly, which is nice to see. It's not like some other games or other developers that are like, oh, we want to do this and we want to do that, and um, you don't see anything happen, right? They listen to their community. Um, so I think it's a good deal. You can wait. It's, you still have a lot of time, but the reason why I'm saying if this is something you want to play, you want to get in it now so you can learn everything. So when you go live, you're like 10 leagues ahead of everyone else starting out. That's the main thing. If you're in here for PvP and you want to kill people and like people basically they say, "Oh, look, it's wait, let me one second. Let me figure out your name. I just have my chat window. It's Northwest Alex coming. Everyone fucking run. This guy's gonna slaughter all of us and take our stuff, you know? That's kind of fun. Because my brother used to play Lineage and he had like over 23,000 PvP kills in it. And basically there was literally parties that would see him and run the opposite direction. A party against one person. There was clans that would even want to attack him because they were scared. And I'm not making this up. Like I think I still have videos of a server we used to play on. Thank you, Northwest Alex. I appreciate it. So if you do, you can get if you buy it right now, you can spend $50. Just double check before you buy if you can upgrade that account later on in case you like. $50 is, maybe for some people it's a big deal, but if it isn't a big deal and you can get whatever $50 of fun out of it, and let's say later down the road he's like, it's not for me. Well, you still got 50. Like you're not spending a huge amount of money, but let's say this is something you like and you want to continue. Just double check that if you can upgrade that account. If you can upgrade that account to a better package, then that's the route I would go. Because that's the route I put in the $70 package or whatever, 79. And if I see that it's going, oh yeah, I want to continue with this, then I might upgrade to a better package. Obviously, with a better package, you get a lot of stuff, more stuff that other players won't get if it was live, right? So that's the main thing. But so far, I've liked it. A lot of guys I play with, they like the direction it's going. A lot of the guys I know they've already spoken with person to person with the developer. Just they had like a big get together, so it kind of allowed the players that are supporting to come and meet and ask questions. Like you don't see, company, definitely don't see EA doing it. If anything, EA is going to be like, hey, if you want to come meet us, then you have to pay $300 to come meet us, right? And then if you want a special prize at the end of the dinner, you have to pay $20 and we might give you something good. But yeah, right? You don't see most developers doing it like this these days. It's sad to see. It's become try to jip. We're all gamers. We all enjoy gaming. We try to support the developer as much as possible. But if you try to screw us over, you know, yeah, hit the vote. Exactly, man. You know, I've not been a big, huge EA fan. I enjoyed some of their, like, I enjoy Battlefield. I play Battlefield. I've been since 1942 when it first came out. I've been playing ever since. I've always enjoyed the Battlefield series, but, you know, it's also not fair what they do to some people. We spend a lot of money. They're charging like 120 bucks for a premium account when they used to not charge at all for a premium account, right? You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, this guy had a green parchment paper. See, you can even get green parchment paper. I didn't even know that either. And EA is horrible with account security. I had a guy from Russia that was able to hack into my account. He changed everything. He changed, how we have like the authenticators? He was able to get through the authenticator. He was able to change where I lived. I can't even do that on their main site. It says I'm not able to. They changed where I lived. They deleted all my friends. They, what else did they do? They changed my phone number, and the guy didn't even have anything on file. He's like, oh, we don't have that address on file. We don't have that. I'm like, okay, the only way I can prove it is this is my credit card number, and that's the only way I was able to get it. That's the only way I was able to get it, or else I would have lost all my Battlefield accounts. Like I had Battlefield 4, I don't have Battlefield 2 on there because it was disc, but had you know Battlefield 1, everything. Yeah, so whatever you make your name in the game, it's going to be what your character says. Eventually they're going to change that. They're going to have to. There's a lot of brute force programs out there that can get through that stuff. Okay, I gotta put this in here. I gotta make sure I put my weapons and stuff because that's a little bit more important than this blue gear. Well, not these white weapons, but this bow and my leather armor. Yeah, yeah, I did it too. And then the guy says, "Oh, you you must have told someone your account." I'm like, man, why would I give a guy that lives halfway across the world my account just for him to change everything? I started to get angry with him. Like I can't even log on the account. I don't care about the. Oh yeah, so right now with the yeah, I will. With the wood elf or whatever class I'm playing right now, or the race. See, I'm tired. Um, they don't have a food. Like, see, you have food here. It doesn't go down. With other classes, it does. So you have to keep all the apples, all these things that you get. It's key. And make sure when you log off tonight, put all your gear in your spirit bank. Push B. Make sure it's in there, because you don't want to lose your stuff. And if you do lose your stuff, I'll say I told you so. But hopefully you didn't lose too much. These I don't really. I can make. I'll just put it there anyway because I got 18 exports. This stuff. Who cares? I'll put my arrows in there. I gotta reorganize it tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll quickly just show you the skill tree quickly, and then for the guys, this is your skill tree. What's nice about this is even if you're offline for the whole day, you still will gain a time bank. So I have stuff training right now. So you see it takes 4 days, 7 hours to finish. So if I play all day, it's no different if you're offline. So there's no advantage, for a player in that sense, right? That's just really nice. That's the one thing I really liked about this game. Um, Obviously, when you get into the higher specialties, it turns into 14 days. right? 14 days, 11 days. So you can go through. I believe on the on a website, I don't know if it's on Crowfall's, but on another one, they'll have what each tier does, or if you have the game already, you can figure out for yourself. You can go through this. Um, so you can only pick at this moment, you can only pick one of these. So if you're going PvP, pick combat. If you're going crafting, if you want to be a crafter only, and crafters can't PvP. They're just there to help out the clan, make armor, gear, and pick up like those nodes and stuff I was showing you before. Because it wouldn't be fair. Maybe they might, I don't know. But from what I understand, crafting is just crafters only. Then you got exploration, which is I kind of went into because it gives me run speed, but looking into the combat, I'll probably go into the combat. Once this goes live, I'll go strictly combat, but you can see different specializations. Oops. Your skill tree, race, right? Depending on what race you're playing as. These are the fairy girls, or dudes. These are the ones with the wings. They're pretty cool looking. Elves. Look on the website, they have all the concept art. You can see kind of what character you want to, what is kind of, you're like, ooh, I like this. He looks pretty awesome. So they have all the same thing. Takes 2 days. This is nice, but once you get up into the, let's say if you want to go a fairy, that's when it starts to get a little more. 11 days, 11 days, right? And then, so this is what you want to do, your profession, your race, your class. So if you want to be a scoundrel, 14 days, right? Now for the combat, just so I can show you quickly. This is where you pick what you're going. So if you're playing a great range, like I'll go obviously to great ranged. It takes 26 days for you to complete this. This also takes 26 days. Oh look, this one too. So you can see how much time it'll take you to unlock this. No, maybe someone that comes 6 months in after the live, they might get a like you know, a catch me up kind of thing so they can catch up to everyone else. Because I don't think it would be really fair if I started. Well, you know, people might complain, oh, or maybe they'll give them like, or they get these two, but we might be all the way up to here. You know, you also got to make it fair for the new players, because if you want the new players to start playing, you have to make it fair for them, because then they have the incentive to play. Like if someone would go play BDO right now, they'd be like, forget this. I'm so far behind. I could play a year straight and I still wouldn't catch up, right? That's why I think the way they have it done is a lot better. It allows for new players to start up. That brings new growth into the game. There you go. Anywho, guys, I'm gonna end it now because it's 11:30, 11:20. If you guys, whoever just joined, you can follow me on Twitch or YouTube. Um, I'll definitely be streaming this tomorrow. So the guys who bought, um, maybe if you went to my Discord, you can ask me and I'll try and figure out from my buddy which side we're gonna go on, and I'll let you guys know. And then we can all go around hunting for some fresh meat. Thanks again for everyone that did subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitch. Um, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Probably be home around 5 o'clock. And yeah, for the guys that just are watching that didn't follow, hit follow. And also play Battlefield. So if any of you guys play Battlefield, I play Squad as well. Squad's a very good game. Highly recommend it. Very high if you like into shooters. And I just bought Escape from Tarkov, so I'm still learning that and not too good at it right now. But yeah. Anywho, have a good night and see you soon. And you can watch the beginning of the video if you want to see any more, because it'll play the video over again on Twitch in case you missed anything. No worries, man. I'll try and help you out tomorrow's. Just make sure you put all your stuff in your spirit bank, push B, before tomorrow. I think it's at, I'll just double check right now before I log off. Oh, you guys can't even see my password anyway, so that's okay. I believe the campaign ends at 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. Central. Okay. So hopefully tomorrow it ends. If you join the game and it says pick a side or pick a faction, then it reset it. If it didn't, then don't pull your stuff out. Or if you do, make sure you put it back in. Because I made that mistake too, where I thought it reset and it didn't. And I'm like running around, oh look, I'm playing again, and then I log in the next day, and like, hey, where'd all my shit go? My friend says, hey man, it just reset like today. Are you freaking kidding me? I've just worked all this, got all this stuff killing people, and I lost it all. So yeah, all right, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, you can actually play different languages too. Anyone speak the German? All right. Have a good night. See ya. Freak, I didn't even eat yet.